Welcome back to 3-episode test, everybody. I am Jacoby DJ. I am joined by SSJ8 Cody, Vexus the Lurking Legend, and Straw Hat Lucas. This is the podcast where we watch 3 episodes of an anime and tell you if you should too. And this past week we watched Angels of Death. I provided a little bit of trauma to the boys, and we're going to get into if they liked it, they hated it, they would watch more, all of that later on in this podcast. Obviously, it's been an insane week for anime and manga, with all things My Hero Academia going crazy, One Punch Man maybe not so much, and tons of other sleeper animes that you might not be paying attention to right now. So with that being said, Lucas, would you mind breaking the ice for us a little bit?
Of course. I do have an icebreaker for us tonight that is focused on My Hero Academia, since it is ending and we're getting into the epilogue arc next episode, I believe. So, with that said, before we get into that, did that right before stream, Jet, don't you worry. Before we get into that, I just got to shout out this amazing musician, underground DJ. You may have heard of him, known as Drop Switch, who provided tonight's beats for the pod. Yes, that is. We are officially a Drop Switch podcast completely now, with the music backing us. So, boys, I have a very simple question for you now. Kind of how... it's very similar to one that I've asked you guys before on the cast, and that is, if you could have any power within the My Hero Academia universe, what power would that be?
All for one. I'm just kidding.
Easy. I got this one. Let me cook. Okay. I forget her name, but the mushroom lady. Give me that.
Hell yeah.
That's the power. That's the power, bro. Like, mushrooms is such a diverse array of like life. Like, when you think of it, it's not plants, it's not animals, it's like a virus. It's like a different
It's fungi, yeah.
entirely.
It's a whole thing. It's got its own kingdom.
Dude. Yeah. Give me enough prep time, like with that quirk, and I'm taking over the world. Like, it's like,
yes, sir.
One of the more like I wrote when I was doing like homebrew like One Piece D&D stuff years ago, I wrote a mushroom devil fruit, and I was like, this is too powerful. So I've like fully cracked this in my head already. So give me that quirk, and I am unstoppable. Like,
I have to speak
that's me.
Real fast. Me and Vex had like an hour-and-a-half conversation about that fucking mycelium devil fruit. Like, it was insane.
I'm seeing all the ideas right now, and I'm like, oh my god, it is so broken.
The network, bro. The spread of a network. Like,
yeah, you're tapped into the whole world, dude. You can grow that under like the seafloor and stuff. It's crazy.
I'd be Fushi. Yeah, I'd be Fushi from To Your Eternity if I had that fruit. If you know, you know. But none of these guys have watched To Your Eternity, so they don't know.
I laugh because I love you, but
yeah. This is just a supportive moment right now.
Exactly. Jacoby, Cody, what about you, boys?
Cody, take it away.
What power I'd want from My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man. I'd be Knuckle Duster. I don't need a power.
Let's go, dude.
Put me in a Waffle House. I'm him.
Oh, let's go. Cody's hero name, the Waffle House Cook.
Dude. Just
don't let him get a hold of a chair. It'll
the
be
straight
over.
aura of that man who's just like, hey, look, if you cross this line, I'm putting you in your place. And then you're the one that crosses the line. Like,
yeah. And then he crosses.
You come into this Waffle House, you're done.
Oh goodness, Jacoby, yeah.
So
we got blinker checks in chat. Y'all are getting crazy out here. Y'all are wildin'. Hey yo, where's the hydro homies at? Hydrate, gang.
Hydrate.
Ding. With my Sabrina Carpenter Dunkin' Donuts cup. That's not a sponsor, but Cody would love for it to be.
Oh.
I knew he was gonna do that.
I know.
How did I know?
Yeah. We had to just take him out of the stream real quick. All right, so I've got like a less fun answer, but I feel like an obvious one. I give me Warp Gate, dude. Like the one that Kuraguri or Homeboy had, whatever his name is, the shadowy guy.
I believe you got it right. Yeah, Kuragiri. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, just being able to teleport anywhere and bring things through the portal, and then also make your body the portal itself. Like, yeah, dude. I mean, that's just the obvious one, I feel like. But for a more fun answer, I think, believe it or not, I'd actually go for Earphone Jack. Homegirl with the little aux plug, dude. As a musician, everything, being able to pump like decent beats into people, man. Like I'm kind of down for that. Like that would be fun as hell, and it'd be really cool. Like engineering different ways to use that. Like I wish we've had more time. We would have had more time with her, just because I like the idea of her quirk. But she's done a good job of amplifying it. And I think we could do some cool stuff with that. So I think that's where I'm at.
That is, yeah, that's a solid pick. For me, it would definitely be Overhaul. I don't know how any of you guys did not pick that quirk. It is possibly the best quirk in the entire series. The medicinal purposes you could use that quirk for are insane. Now, the means you'd have to get to that medicinal side effect, questionable. But nonetheless, like, I just imagine what you could build, because it's not just living tissue. You could do it to anything, right? From what I understand. No, it is just living tissue. No. I would terrorize some people then. Yeah, listen, if I have to amalgamate some animals to get my goal, okay, I'll combine myself with a wolf. I'm cool with this.
Bro said we're going full Shao Tucker.
yeah.
Listen, I have a daughter and a dog.
Guys, I swear to God.
Oh my God. He said, the world will know cat girls.
The world will know cat
I've got you, boys, finally.
Lucas for president, dude.
Butanari will exist in real life.
Huge jump there. Huge jump. All right, guys, the ice is broken. Anime's good. And,
you know what? It's been fun being on the pod. You guys can carry. You don't
What's
need
up,
me anymore.
Later, space cowboy.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
All right. Well, that being said, My Hero Academia is going absolutely crazy. I think we're officially at that point where My Hero is getting its flowers as an anime, at least, maybe outside of the manga version of like people who are keeping up with it. This last season is really doing it, dude. Like they really are pulling out all the stops to be wrapping up an epic like battle shonen series. Like it's been absolutely crazy.
Can I just say, Jacoby messaged in our group chat that we have for all the 3-Up Test boys here, and he's just like, Vex, I swear to God, if you say anything negative about this most recent episode, I will crash out. And so stay tuned, because that might happen.
Oh God, guys, it's about to be a podcast.
Dude, I cried. That was a really good episode of My Hero. That was an episode I have been very much waiting for. I know me and the community. Lucas too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That panel, you can do it, Deku, was absolutely everything I fucking wanted it. Like, I don't want to talk so much on it. I don't feel like I'm the My Hero guy, but like,
we were there,
Sakuga, the animation, the callback from season 1, episode 5, from when Deku first used his first smash to being his last smash ever, is just an absolute fucking insane callback that like I know not a lot of people picked up on. And then when I saw that, I literally like just started bawling. I was like, damn, we really have like a whole ass decade.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Decades.
A decade.
Dude, I started crying the minute Eraserhead like showed up in the portal. I was like,
same.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And I was like, oh man, dude.
Bakugo's moment full circle with him being like, you cannot let me surpass you.
Dude.
Dude.
Like
I'm getting
like
chills right now, boys.
I'm saying, man, like
Todoroki and his father showing up and using the same attack in the first instant. Dude, that shit had me screaming. I was like,
that's what this was. Like, I was sitting like here, or I wasn't sitting. I was standing up, like, doing the thing that you did when you were like 13 years old, and it like Goku's starting to go Super Saiyan, or like you're like, oh my God, it's happening. Like, this genuinely brought me back to like the very original reason I started watching anime, like hype moments, and like in a massive conclusion. It really was so legendary. Like I know My Hero is not by any means a perfect show, but getting to this point in the series as a weekly anime watcher from season 1, like this is super satisfying. Like I'm so happy to be at this point, even if it's not necessarily the direction I want it to go. Like, this episode was a masterclass in utilizing your ensemble cast. Like, there's a lot of moments where the ensemble cast of My Hero like feels kind of left out and, you know, just not as relevant. But this episode literally made everyone who matters matter, and it was, and just in such a good way. Like literally everyone shined. The fact that virtually the entire side cast tanked a hit from All for One is absolutely crazy to think about. Like
I
know he was
really
weaker,
love that.
but it was crazy.
That moment when Red Riot and Fat Gum come in, and then Acid Girl's there showing that like she's been training with them and was able to like be the wall that Izuku needed so that he could focus on running forward. That moment with like, I feel like that everything that this episode did fully not only utilized the entire cast, but utilized everything the show had set up previously with Yusei Run, all of the other moments being shown, at the entire like impact that Deku has had on the world throughout like every special or movie or anything. Like everyone telling Deku that he can do it. It's time for him to like become the world's greatest hero, have his rising. Everything like before that title card literally had me like fucking like tears down my face, ugly sobbing. I loved it.
And them canonizing some of the films as well, like peak. That's so cool.
Some of the characters from the films do with the little bird and all that.
Exactly. And I do have to say too, Cody, I'm sure you feel the same way. Like when this chapter came out in the manga, it was great. Like this was when we knew that like the series was ending, you know what I mean? And to see it animated though, I said this when the ending of MHA came out, is that it was going to just hit so much better when it got animated because there were the pacing issues that followed up to it in the anime, you know what I mean? You only have a couple episodes, you don't have to read it week to week. And I think that they really nailed that. And like you guys said, the use of the ensemble cast. I mean, what's his name? I always struggle with it. Saru, the guy with the tape. When he first comes in that previous episode was just Saru, thank you. When he first comes in and just, you know what I mean? And then Cody, you son of a bitch. Derailed. But anyway, the use of the ensemble cast was just fantastic. I mean, it hit every emotion point. I cannot wait to see how they do the epilogue. I was a pretty big fan of the epilogue when it came out. And I really am excited to see you guys experience this. And Jacoby, straight up, if you want somebody to watch the epilogue episodes with, hit me up, please, because I would love to.
Gladly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
especially
you guys are speaking a lot on the ensemble cast, and I appreciated it. That as well as a showcase. It was like the all of 1A just kind of like embodying the like what we've been hearing the whole time, like all for one for all type shit, you know. So like it was a really cool thing seeing everybody team up and seeing like some unconventional pairings as well, like the freaking railgun attack with Momo and then like Jiro like teaming up with Present Mike for like this like crazy shout thing. Like it was really interesting. I liked it. I do wish that I cared about some of these characters a bit more. It would have hit harder, but it still landed. For sure, it still landed.
That's fair. Seeing Invisible Girl take a full-blown laser to like the stomach or whatever and completely like deflect that, like that was a moment where like another character that I mean, per Vex's
the
point,
parallel
really with
that much Aoyama, and he's like, "Take my hand, Deku." I fucking
yeah, dude, yeah.
It brings the traitor arc full circle really well.
Yusei Run playing for the last fucking time at the most, like, I think there was never going to be a more perfect time to finally bring that song back.
And dude, that might be one of the best anime soundtrack songs of all time. Like the amount of like emotion that like melody elicits from me, and in every form they do it in My Hero, like the way like you'll have the slow ballad version of it, you'll have like the more rocking like energetic version of it. Like that is what a legendary OST right there. Legendary.
Yeah, I think aside from just talking about the ensemble cast, I think that we got a really solid showing from Shigaraki as well, which I wasn't expecting because there were so many different things that kind of, it felt like he was being outshined and overshadowed by All for One this whole time, like this whole ending like sequence. It felt like he was like a side character instead of like a main antagonist. And with Deku being like, "No, I saw you crying," and like I was like, the whole lead up to this, I was like, I'm really nervous about like how are they going to handle this? Am I going to actually feel a proper resolution from Deku trying to feel compassionate towards this person? And they embodied that well with like his grandma and stuff, and like her not fully being able to like it's really interesting because like I did not think they were going to pull it off, but when we finally got to like the fist bump, like I was like, that's sick. That's actually
Kush, that's
cool.
crazy.
What did he say?
Kush first one to tap.
He's first, bro. Every time.
No,
I have to.
You got. I thought he like actually said something crazy. Y'all pull up the chat for that. Kush, you're not first. Let's rip this. Let's rip this Band-Aid off. Kush is never first. We all just play along for this fucking bit for some reason.
He's first in our hearts.
Yeah, first in our heart. Yeah, but we're never first in his heart. We know who he's picking over us every single time, and he. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Keep coping harder than me after 236. That's what I'm saying.
Crash out, sort of valid, but let's get back on the rails. Bro.
Yeah, on the rails. MHA was great.
On the rail.
I really, the animation cannot be understated. Like. I absolutely loved every single fucking like frame, and I don't care if people say it's like, oh, like what's up with all the different lens flares and everything? Why is it all so rainbow? Shut the fuck up. Shut up about the blue sky. All right, Deku finally did what All Might did, splitting the sky with his attack. He literally became the greatest hero in that moment, and like at the time when All Might even proclaimed it. Ever since Deku had his body moved on his own, he became All Might's greatest hero. Like. It was meant to be. It was peak.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's like that one moment during Garp's Galaxy Impact when people are like, "This is too overly animated."
Oh yeah. Dude.
Shut up. Shut up.
My steak is
learn to enjoy something.
Too buttery, like.
My steak
is
too buttery. Is crazy.
Yeah. Dude.
The main, and I don't like. I don't want to sound like a hater.
Here we go, chat. Here we go.
But. I do have a gripe. I do have something that is less.
Everybody get ready. Jacoby's about to crash out.
Okay, I want to call it, but Vex has a problem with like the whole ensemble cast showing up at the end. I feel like.
No, I already said they pulled that off. It would have been better if they were actual characters for the rest of the series. But
I think I might know what it is. But and I might actually end up agreeing with this one. Actually, I'm not even gonna. Hold you.
My main beef is that All for One is just a fully wasted and lazy concept, and like I could not stand like him showing up again and being a little crybaby and like the weird attachment with his brother and stuff. Like it just felt like such poor motivation. It didn't have enough setup, and it fully felt like it undermined his full machinations along the way, knowing that there was really nothing substantial behind it other than where I'm a baby control freak. And like I was like, he could have been a more effective villain if I didn't get any backstory from him at all, which sets the bar pretty low, honestly. But like I think that Shigaraki, I'm glad he got his shine through all of that, but All for One honestly pissed me off in this last little bit.
So all right, I'm not going to crash out on that comment because I don't fully disagree. I think the fact that we have Shigaraki is what excuses All for One for being a less than compelling villain. And the argument is like truly like All for One is just a self-righteous POS. Like he's just like he is the epitome of that. Like he's a man child, has always been, never really progressed from the day that he was born, was just hyper focused on, being looked at by his little brother and just being the one. Like I think that's kind of the point and why we didn't need that much time with him, because there isn't that. He is actually a very, very shallow character. That's the point. He is just pure like narcissism and like just pure all the bad things. But then we also get Shigaraki, which is actually a complex character and very fleshed out for this entire series, and especially there at the end. And the fact that Deku was able to connect with that crying child on the inside, I mean that brought the humanity back. Like the point for All for One is really just to be like a virtually non-human entity at this point, whereas
there was a coin flip of sorts. Like they're both resembling like converse roles, and so like if you look at Shigaraki, he finally quit being that crying baby on the inside. And at that exact same moment, All For One had reduced himself back down to that crying baby. Like we got like a couple episodes ago where he was literally an actual crying baby.
Yeah.
So I was like, it just felt like it could have been done a lot. On the Shigaraki side, I'm glad we got to the resolution that we got to, and I did have a deeper understanding and level of caring for that strife, and like it finally did feel validated that Deku was fighting for that moment all along for Shigaraki. But man, did it really make me not fuck with All For One. He could have been really cool. Like he could have been like a good villain, you know.
I see you.
It just feels wasted. It feels lazy.
He wasn't the main villain of the show, even though he was. You know, like it's kind of like that. And I can't even really disagree with you on that. I think it's a valid point.
I think though that the relationship between All For One and Shigaraki kind of mirrors All Might's and Deku's, though, right? Like completely. It's an inverse. All For One wanted. Or All Might wanted to give the next generation their chance to rise up and become the heroes. All For One did not. He just wanted to remain being. Yeah, he was, like you'd said, he's a narcissist. He wants everything. He wants to keep it on. And I think that his inability to let Shigaraki kind of go on and become that next generation of villain, in this case, was ultimately his downfall, right? And I think it's a very good example of the fall of like a hubris, like his own hubris was his undoing.
The height of folly, basically.
Exactly. What now, I do not think by any means he's a really like a great written villain at all. I think his buildup was phenomenal. Like the way they teased this man and dangled him in front of our face for like 5 seasons and shit was great.
Yeah.
So I do see the complaint that like.
It could have just stayed at that. Like it could have just stayed at hype, but like it was like whenever we finally got to observe what was truly behind the curtain, it felt a bit like it just downplayed.
He was like, "Well, I am a sad baby boy."
It just like all of his like string pulling and plotting and machinations along the way now just feel so much more hollow to me than they did before the mystery was solved. And I'm like, I think that it could have been more compelling in so many different ways if it were written a little bit better, or if it were just left vague, you know. But it's not a huge issue because, like I said, I do feel pretty solid about the last moments we got with Shigaraki. That was sick.
The one vote, by the way, in chat is from Vex. I know it was.
It's got to be. Dude. He's just a D1 hater.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say, and honestly, not to. I mean, like jokes aside, like there are definitely like imperfections in this episode. One thing I will say that I was a bit disappointed in for the entirety of what Shigaraki became as a villain in his All For One form, and then All For One taking him over. Like just the massive conglomerate of things got really, really old. When like Shigaraki was that with just a bunch of fingers, which just also looked awful. Like not like saying animation wise, but like just I don't know. Like you're not a scary villain to me at that point.
I will say, look up that panel.
Thing.
Look up that panel. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Art wise, I think it's great. Like it's a great moment to be able to like flex how good at art you are. But I don't like a villain going from a humanoid thing to just an amalgamation of fingers. And on the flip side, like when All For One took over Shigaraki there at the very end, I gotta say he looked the coolest form we saw. I think was that one with like the double singular hand going on his face and like the way that was black. But when he was still humanoid, I was like, this is so sick. Like he looks badass.
He kind of looked like Okarun.
Like, actually, dude. Like, the bad timeline Okarun or something. Like, but once he like the minute he went straight from that into like, I hate that when you say this character has all powers, they just turn into a fucking mech, a squid
or a blob,
or a blob. I'm like, why
look
is
at my
that
arm and how it grows gigantic.
Like, yeah, I mean exactly.
Less than Akira.
Exactly. I mean, and Akira's a prime example. I love Akira, and I think that's what it's for. Like again, Akira is a flex of artwork and all of that, and so is this. But personally, like, it's in those moments I lose all connection with like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, you are just some amorphous thing that needs to be beat. Like,
Which
you're
is
a concept
exactly
now.
what the point
you're no
in
longer
Akira
like-
is. And
Yeah,
it's
and
not
Akira,
the point in
like-
MHA. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm getting at there. So like I will say I was a little disappointed when yet again we get another all right, Shigaraki's 17th comeback, and then now he's yet another
He's Finger
amorphous
Man.
But now he's mechanical man. You know,
Sticky
instead of-
fingers.
Exactly. But like now it was like weird robot tentacle man. Like, and I'm like, all right, whatever, cool, I guess. But like
I
but
guess.
again, like that is really my only like actual gripe of this episode. Other than that, and it's a relatively non-issue because it worked out to make a great moment to give
Nope.
him
I'm gonna crash out
to swing at
sorry.
everybody.
I'm gonna lose it, Jacoby. No, I'm kidding.
I can't believe you all still think Kush is first. What the fuck is going on?
Cody, you need to move on. You need to move past this. You need
yeah,
to let
with
it go.
Okay.
How great the animation of My Hero has been. In these
Oh,
last
I was gonna
couple
say, if we're gonna
episodes.
keep crashing out, we should crash out on man, isn't it amazing how we get such a compelling and story narratively told to us about the coming of age, having to deal with these depressive episodes of what like truly is the meaning of life when you achieve what you think is your prime, and then to just utterly shit on everything Yusuke Murata and One has given us. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I knew
This is
Cody
one
was
of the
gonna crash
greatest stories ever told, and you hate us!
We're cooked, bro. We're totally cooked.
Crash
Yeah.
out.
I love in the middle of a combat scene when a woman goes from having 2 breasts to 3, or grows additional appendages. This is now lower rated on IMDb than Dragon Ball Evolution, and as Cody said, they deserve better. One wrote a fantastic story. What are you doing? And then the guys on Twitter, I'm sorry, chat. I'm gonna pop off for a second. The guys on Twitter being like, "You guys bullying us is gonna make. We worked really hard." No, you didn't. You literally took a panel from the manga, colored it in, and called it a fucking scene, my guy. You guys did not work hard on this. There's not been a moment of animation where it was good. Okay, there's not been a moment that I've seen where I'm like, I'm satisfied with this product. So what are you talking about, my guy? You guys did not work hard on this. You shoehorned it in, and now you're facing the consequences of it. And you knew it was fucking bad because at the beginning of the season, what did he say? What did he say, boys? He said
it was gonna be bad.
He said it was gonna be bad.
And then they're crying that we're like, yeah, you're right, it's bad. Like,
yeah, it's
so
fucking
crazy
terrible.
And like their excuse on that is like, well, if you keep bullying us, then we're just gonna quit. I'm like, dude, you don't get to be a chef and cook a shitty meal and then keep your job. Like that's just not how this works.
I served you sauteed shit.
Now, if you told me you got paid 35 cents in a fucking pack of ramen to do this, then maybe we can have a conversation here. But just being like, I poured my heart and soul into this, and your heart and soul is cutting a PNG out, coloring it in, and then darkening the background so you can't tell it's just a fucking manga panel. And then the manga panel still looks better.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I've been pacing for literally the last 2 minutes. I don't know how to come back for other than I'm fucking pissed. I hate this.
Crazy, dude.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is God tier rage bait. It worked on all of you.
It did. My God. Well, because I'm not a huge
watch anime, and it will.
Yeah, I hate anime.
No, like
canonically.
Have you seen a single episode of One Punch Man?
Yes, I've seen the first 2 seasons. And then I've seen like the first 2 episodes of season 3. Yeah, I've read most of One Punch Man. Like, I'm just not a huge fan of it. But that said, I appreciate the art and I appreciate the story that one's trying to tell. And I think they deserve more respect, just like Cody said. Yeah.
It doesn't deserve this level of like, I mean, when the shittiest isekai out right now is looking better than 99.9% of this, like, what are we doing, dude?
Well, like straight up, I'd said too, like the Garu Saitama fight is one of the best fights in all of manga. It's fucking insane. I'm so worried. There's this panel, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about, Cody, the eye in the sky. Yeah, everybody's been talking about it recently. What the fuck are they? They're getting close to that. What are they gonna fucking do? What are they gonna do?
It'll probably just be the panel. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we literally
if it's just the fucking panel,
and then they just start sliding through the pages of. I mean, that would be better at this point with maybe some voice acting on top. You know,
a motion comic.
Yeah, I mean, straight up.
Hear me out. So the thing that that homie posted on Twitter or whatever, they were talking about something in the coming weeks that they had worked on.
Yeah,
is what they put their everything into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still holding out. This is gonna be the best season finale you've ever fucking seen. It's not copium. I don't care about the series.
I will gladly, dude. I'll make an apology on stream if they do that. But at this point, like, and even so, I will have to go on record and saying this: one good episode at the end does not make a good season. Blue Lock season 2 is still a piece of shit season of anime, even though they popped off in their last like episode. So like, it's still bad. But like, if that's the case, then like, I just, from a business perspective, I cannot understand how this happened, dude. Like, there is no way I can try to spin my brain to think about how the producers let this get sent out for distribution, dude. Because like, this is just some booty meat.
Everyone is talking about it, and I don't subscribe to the line of thinking that any press is good press. But hey, some people do, and some people do really well off of that type of marketing. And I have no dog in this race.
If
I'm
they
just
did
vibing,
this marketing,
so
then fuck them even more, bro. Like, if they chose to simply rage bait us, you're bad people, dude. You're bad people, man. Like that's ass. This is
especially
not what
6 years waiting
deserves. Yeah, it's not what the series or the fans. Well, some of the fans deserve it, but it's not what the series deserves. I'll say that.
I don't think the creator deserves it, especially with the heart and soul of the message of what's like the Saitama character represents in shonen, and not only in shonen, but like as like an adult, like in the real world, trying to find your place in the world and like trying to like figuring out how to function in a society. Like the greater narrative storytelling that is used within this world is just completely trashed on. I like people who it feels like they don't even have the minimal care. It feels like they're being paid minimum effort for minimum wage. And I mean, if that's the reason, like, yeah, let's open up the conversation.
Yeah,
let's figure out like how do we make it better? Because like don't it's not passable, because there's no matter what, no matter how bad this is, we'll always have Yusuke Murata's manga, an adaptation of one's like work. But the fact of the matter is that people have waited 6 years for this. People have been waiting since the debut of Saitama, because he has been dealing with these struggles ever since chapter 1, ever since he's introduced to Genos and has like opened up about these struggles he's dealt with eternally. And to like finally have the answer meet its way towards animation, towards having like voices and everything put to it since we've met these questions, and just completely, it almost feels like they're laughing at us. And like, cool, everyone should just honestly go read One Punch Man instead.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm fed
100%.
up.
We've never had a better example of you should just read the manga. Like that
might be the goal. Like they just like
let's put out... though.
No, but like that might be the goal though, is that like they just put out a slideshow, and if people complain like, hey, you still have the manga, it's always going to be there, and it'll always be peak.
I guarantee manga sales go up.
It's
like that's the only positive coming out of this. Like for real, it's wild, dude. And it's nuts seeing how much, like I feel bad. I do feel bad for like the animators, like for real, because like obviously they weren't given the tools they needed to make this happen. But like this, again, there should be so many layers that this went through for them to simply say this isn't possible. You know what I'm saying?
And
like them
honestly,
allowing this to still skate is just crazy to me.
We're not giving enough blame where blame is due either. I also want to like give blame to the production committee for only giving them, like, we've known about this project for 3 months or for 3 years, and they only had like 6 months to work on it. Like, that's not acceptable. You're not gonna there's never been a turnaround like that ever. Not even in live action. Like it's unnatural.
The main thing is we should not be crashing out at some random dudes on Twitter. Like this
should be the producers and the production.
It's Bandai Namco. If you want to complain to anybody, that's who it is. But even
who would have fucking thought?
I think it's genuinely everybody. Like it starts with Bandai Namco like locking in the rights to One Punch Man and making this 6-year hiatus an actual thing. It's the production committee for greenlighting something with such a small timeline. It's the producers for saying, yes, I'm willing to work on this. I don't know. Obviously, it's not like they just necessarily get to choose and all that, but like there comes a point where you as a team needs to say, like, I cannot produce a product worth selling here. You guys have to give us some more time. Like,
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of ridiculous that like that didn't happen. Like there just comes a point where like everybody, I mean, like if I'm an anime, and especially with like the work culture in Japan and everything, like with how much it hurts their hearts to put out a bad product, I'm blown away that everybody just was still willing to put out a bad product and then just sit there and preemptively apologize for it all online. It's like, it's all so fucking weird. Like every bit of this is just like, why?
The way that the director came online and straight up was like, hey, this is not going to be good to everybody in the One Punch Man fandom really makes me think that what you're saying is more accurate than anything. It's the production who fed them this. Maybe they didn't even have the proper, tools at their disposal to do all of this. Maybe not the proper machines, because it takes a very powerful computer to animate digitally. Like you need to have something that's running.
Rendering those things and all that.
You got render, you got audio, you got, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot to make an animated project, and it's sad to see, because I've seen some of this director's other work and it's pretty good.
That's hey, you're gonna have to put me on after the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm joking completely, but nonetheless,
insane.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. It's crazy. One last thing I want to like just like jump on like real quick, and we can move on to the next thing. One more thing about that person who tweeted, like that animator, the whole them immediately dogging on us for like stealing the content illegally, then complaining about it is like, dude,
how did they
first
know?
Off,
sorry.
like obviously a lot of people are pirating, but at the same time, like plenty of people have Hulu subscriptions and Disney Plus subscriptions for a million other reasons. It's like, it's weird to just like dog the entire fan base for like stealing your stuff and then also be like, yeah, but like, it's not our fault, it's so bad, or like we pour our heart and soul into this and this really hurts. It's like, you don't get to do that, dude. Like
I don't have it right in front of me. Yeah, I don't have it right in front of me, but I feel like I mean, like it could probably be read that way, but I'm thinking that it's like I think the takeaway is that like, hey, if you actually paid to watch this, we accept your criticisms, maybe, but if you pirated
it did not come off that way, because I paid for this fucking bullshit, dude. I'm spending
I
way
think what
too
they
much
should
money
do
on
is
Hulu
they
Disney
should get
Plus.
Yusuke Murata and One in the room with the animators, and they should all watch their work together, and we should see how One and Yusuke Murata react to their work being absolutely fucking trivialized and murdered.
I think they'd just be laughing their asses off. They'd be like, "This is
what are you
crazy.
doing? Why is his hair missing?
Dude,
why does
Yusuke would look at One and he'd be like, "You could do this better." That's what he'd say.
Are writing fanfic right now? But I'm here for it.
Oh my god. All right, so I'm done. I don't want to be mad anymore. Let's use this rage to cook up some new better takes, and what better to cook up than some campfire cooking in another world.
I've officially finished season 1.
Oh yay.
8 more episodes and you'll be caught up.
I know, I'm excited.
How did you feel about the conclusion of season 1?
It was pretty good. I need to rewatch the last 3 episodes of season 1, if I'm being completely honest, because I did not get to pay attention to them as much as I wanted to. And it seemed like there was some pretty heavy plot stuff. It was. I was second screening it because it is a pretty mild anime. You know what I mean? And then there was just some shit that popped off. I was like,
it's first screen for me, dog.
I mean, it's first screen for me, but I'm not mad at someone doing that.
Yeah, because it's a very relaxing time. If I'm being honest, like they're chill, they're nice.
I've been so traumatized by anime here recently that like. It had to be first screen for me because I was just waiting for the inevitable like gunshot, the Chekhov's like. I'm sorry, we can't call it Chekhov's anymore. We're gonna call it Gege Akutami's gun. I was waiting for that gun to fire.
He's like, when does the pen drop? Yeah.
Like, wait, Vex, stop me.
I didn't hear anything. You're good.
Shut up. No, but yeah, it's what's really interesting to me about this concept is just that like it feels so cozy, and like there's just other shit cooking in the background. The world keeps turning, and um when you get into season 2, you're gonna start to see just some of that like kind of cyclical payoff, and it's like I wasn't really ever expecting for some things to come back around, and it's I don't know, it's just it feels really great. It almost feels like there's not a care in the world, and so it's like I don't know, man, it's such a great experience to not be expecting gloom and doom after every single corner that you turn and whatnot.
No, that's like one of the best things about it is like I've talked about this a couple times like in my streams and stuff too, is like and you touched on it there, is like there is a like underlying plot that we're following. There's a place that we're trying to get to, you know. There's obviously the goddesses and all of them. Like there's more to this world, but they like this is the epitome of easing us in and just like giving us just enough crumbs to be like there is a through plot here, but also like it reminds you consistently that that's not what we're focused on. Like we're really just a day in the life, you know, each episode. And sometimes you get a dungeon, sometimes you get whatever, and it really is just so cozy. And like even if there is some drama, like I don't expect too much of it. And to Vex's point, it is the best palate cleanser coming off of like My Hero, especially with how like heavily emotional it's been, and then Gachiakuta and these other things. So it's just fantastic.
I think it does a really good job, like from a like analysis standpoint, of balancing that adventure feeling with that slice of life feeling, which is kind of hard to do when you're mixing genres like that. Because, like you said, even though there is some plot relevance with like the goddesses and everything, it's not the focus. The focus is him cooking these fantastical meals that give people bonuses and help him advance his skills and stuff like that. And it's just a really cool concept. And you guys know me, I'm not a fan of isekai, bless you, brother, at all. So this has just been a rousing success for me. I've really thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. I want to give it a little bit more attention because I think it does deserve that. It's a great series.
Yeah, you gotta lock in. Like there's some real, like the thing with the cooking scene specifically.
Yeah, that's what I lock in the most actually.
Because,
exactly.
Yeah. Like if you're like on another tab and working on something else, like
I'm like, look at that roux.
But then like as soon as he starts whipping shit up and starts chefing it, I'm like,
first honor right back.
We tab in.
Yeah, exactly.
We're full screen and we're like open mouth gaming. Like we lean forward.
I was watching it while I was editing the last episode of Rambling Addiction, and it was like episode like 5 or 6 of season 1. And I'm sitting there watching it, and then I stopped to watch him cook his meal. Like as I'm editing, I'm like, this is freaking good.
That's like the big fight at the end of the episode kind of thing. Like,
exactly.
That's what we're looking forward to.
In season 2, what's really crazy, because you get a bit of this in season 1, but I'll just say this to get the hype drummed up for you, Lucas. But in season 2, it's like pretty common. We get like multiple recipes per episode.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, baby. They said, "Do you like cooking?"
Brother, they stepped up so much. Like like the most recent 2 episodes. I don't think Jacoby's seen one of them, but I'll be in his stream tomorrow when he sees it. But like brother, just like the way that they make like sauce look, and then like there's moments where you'll see like just like a piece of meat on like a Binchotan grill or something like that, and the fat rendering off,
the fat
and
rendering
then
off
dripping onto like the grates and the charcoal below, and like the flare ups, and I'm like, this is insane. Like Mappa went too fucking hard on this.
Mappa goes
show.
Crazy,
it's so
dude.
good.
Like
anytime Mappa does anything,
workers to death,
I was drooling.
They're cooking. I mean, One Punch Man needs to take some notes. JC staff, y'all need to get some worse working conditions, it sounds like.
We need to be able to hear the sweat hitting the tablets of the drawings.
Yeah, exactly, dude, exactly.
That is crazy, y'all. But I think that's like the funniest thing is that like there's all of these adventure elements, there's world building, there's like fight scenes and things like that whenever you get a little bit further in like the whole like dungeon and when he's trying to grind and whatnot. Then there's like this shit with the goddesses and these blessings. There's all of this rich elements that, you know, normally that's kind of what you're looking for to be really spotlit and done well in an isekai series. We don't give a shit about that. It's just cool to have it.
Yeah.
We just want to see homie
I don't give a
cook.
fuck about
like,
any of the goddesses. Like, I'm gonna be real.
Make like a wagyu fried rice, and
please
I'll
let him feed his wolf and slimy boys. Like, let's go, please. Like
a lot like in One Piece when like we all as fans kind of look forward to that end of the arc feast or party that they throw inevitably, you know, unless they're like, you know, sprinting away because there's a buster call or something. But like that's such like a look forward to moment for One Piece.
It's weird that
Campfire cooking
twice.
has started to do that too, because like I've noticed now, having seen a full season and then like being like I guess like a little more than halfway through this season, like whenever they do a big event, like Makoto will be like, you know what, tonight we're gonna like ball out, and that's when he does like the crazy wagyu stuff. And like I'm looking forward to the next ball out night. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking about that of like what's the next one that he's gonna go crazy on, because we maybe just accomplished something like relatively big. And
you saw the shit with the wyverns, right? Like that was in season 1, Lucas.
Yeah, of course. That's like episode 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, it's pretty early.
It's further in than that. Yeah, it's after
it might be a little bit
speaking.
Oh,
it's
that
like
is right. Yeah,
9 episodes in.
Yeah, it's right after the Griffin stuff, right?
My bad. Yeah.
It's so funny though, because the guild leader there is just like, we were so worried about you. You were taking so long, and then Fell's just like, oh yeah, of course, we had to have lunch afterwards.
Yeah,
and
exactly. We had to eat, my guy.
Like they handled the whole thing verily, and then sat down and had a nice little picnic, and that's what took them so long. And I'm like, that's so funny to me, because
that's the best.
We got like we didn't focus too much on the action stuff. It was just like Fell teaching Sui how to get a headshot. Like that's so funny. Sui just yelling out headshot, and like I loved it. I was like, but we didn't get like a grueling, like really crazily animated like fight scene. We got like a really slapping like oyakudan recipe or something. It's so funny to me that like they flipped the entire script on like what I look forward to most with this series, and it's like it's so unique, it's so cozy, it's very fun. Season 2 has been nothing but an improvement in my opinion. I absolutely love the setting that we get to when he like sets off at the end of season 1. Like when we get there, it's just a lot of fun. I love everything they've added. The quality is significantly stepped up. The opening song is fire. The ending song is a daily listen for me, and it just looks even more beautiful. Like it's so quality.
It really is.
Man, the goddesses are hot as fuck. I can't believe you said you don't care. Like I
don't care about the storyline with them. Yeah, I care enough to. Never mind.
I don't care about the story. I just want the plot.
It's no November for that.
Man, and what's crazy is like, yeah, the women are hot. The women are. Oh man.
Nah, dude. I love how much they've teased us with these little bits of information, though, because I am actually curious about what's up with the goddesses and them, and I am curious about like why. I mean, like Makoto is actively trying to level up in season 2, and you know he's kind of paying more attention to how much his familiars are leveling up, and he's like disappointed with how little he is in comparison.
Oh, brother.
And
I'll
like,
have a fun conversation with you tomorrow in your chat.
Let's go. Well, I'm stoked for that because I'm mad curious to see, like, obviously they're building up to something with that, and maybe I guess we get it in this next episode, which is hype. But yeah, dude, I they're just doing such a good job of giving us like crumbs of the main story and doing such a good job to make us not care about that, because I'm just literally here for the day in the life. Like, it's a mind-blowing anime to me because it's pretty far away from what I would normally watch most of the time, but damn, I
exactly.
love it.
The entire concept is like, let's stop and smell the roses.
Quite
all
literally.
The time.
Literally.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think my favorite viewing experience so far like I watched it all by myself, and then I rewatched through it whenever Cody started getting into it for his initial watch through, and I've been watching through it with Jacoby on his live streams. Link in the description. He'll be live on Twitch tomorrow watching through the newest episode. But it's been so funny. My favorite moment though is like I was talking about whenever we first brought it up and talked about it in depth a couple episodes ago, is that like I can recognize some of the brands. Cody was watching through it, and he goes, oh my god, it's Picari Sweat. He recognized the beverage, and I'm just like, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah, it's a real brand of hydration drink that they have in Japan. Called Pocari
It's
Sweat.
so funny.
Pocari Sweat. He's like, there it is. That's it. That's it.
Because like, I didn't recognize it right away, but then like as soon as he pointed it out very passionately, I was like, "Oh shit, you're right!" Like that's
Pocari
full
Sweat.
on 1-to-1 Pocari Sweat bottle. That's crazy. Like, oh man,
I don't know
It's
how
so
I
funny.
just knew it. I was very passionate about it. I do remember that.
Oh man,
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about campfire cooking is
Sui.
and not even sweet, but it's like just it's so lax. Like I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about anyone really dying. I don't have to worry about our main character like fucking up majorly, and even if he does, he solves it by the end of that episode.
Yeah.
Like it is such like a cozy little like palate cleanser. This is the ginger in my sushi rotation. Like when I'm ready to get to my next piece, I refresh my palate with some campfire cooking. That's how
Exactly.
I like this.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant way to put it, bro.
And we see more and more as the ball gets rolling, just like kind of the very wholesome and positive footprint that Makoto has left on this world, you know, and it is so, it just amplifies the coziness, because it's like if you just like have like a really cozy situation and then it finishes and you're done and you walk away from it, great. But like for us to, if you watch the little post-credit scenes, a lot of the times it'll just it'll melt your heart. It'll just melt your heart. And there's so many really great moments in season 2 as well that seriously help showcase now that he isn't just like establishing himself, and now that he has just like more ways to break the economy than he can count. He's just able to like, he can just make people's dreams come true. And it's just with food like that. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. It's literally a superpower, and I adore that. I love it so much.
Yep. Brilliant execution of a ridiculous power in a ridiculous concept isekai. It's great, dude. It's just so great.
Yeah. Swear to God, love it. It's such a, like I said, it's such a good, like, just like Cody said, it's a good vibe, man. I was editing it, or like I said, I was editing that last episode of Rambling Addiction and watching it. While I'm doing campaign planning for my D&D stuff, like that's my time to watch it as well. Like I've had a lot of, and plus my campaign's kind of darker, so like having that on next to it just helped me like kind of stay out of the mindset of, oh my God, what am I doing? Like,
I feel you. Yeah, I get it,
dude. And now those cozy times, those cozy feelings, it just makes me think about, you know, it makes me think about the holiday season. I'm really thankful for all of you, and I'm really thankful that I'm not getting as many creepy vibes from Sanda anymore. Let's.
I still have not watched this. I could not find it for the life of me. I finally found it though.
I wonder why.
Crazy. No, it's
because you don't know how to search for anime, or.
Holy shit.
No, I wasn't coming up on the seafaring site that I use for some reason.
The C's were a little too choppy for it, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
It. Like,
I kept saying Krampus and Santa for some reason.
Yeah,
no,
that's
I'm sorry.
Crazy. I'm really enjoying the series. There, like I said, there was like that one moment that was pretty hard to watch. There's actually another moment that it's meant to be like a difficult concept, and there's like this internal struggle between the main character's two selves, and that's been kind of a recurring theme. And there's like
interesting. Okay,
they do this really crazy throwaway world building where they'll just be like, oh yeah, obviously because this, and they'll just say some crazy shit. Like apparently the kids in this world are just permitted to kill adults with no legal repercussions whatsoever. And I'm like, what?
Under 17, you can get away with it, bro.
Dude, it's crazy. And like and then like there's shit like, oh yeah, didn't you know if Santa falls in love, he dies? And I'm like, what the how does
what about Mrs. Claus then?
Shit it doesn't exist. I guess that's not canon. But it's
also, how does Santa have a bloodline? Is he fucking without loving her? Like I have some questions that really need to be fucking answered right
That's a
now.
really good question.
Probably. Is Santa a fuck boy?
Maybe he's asexual. He buds to reproduce. Like, I don't know, but like it's like seriously,
that's mitosis.
It's really like thought provoking, and they're just like these throwaway lines where one character, like a side character, is just interacting with like the main character or someone adjacent to him, and it's just like, oh yeah, didn't you know, or like, oh, you forgot, or and like it's like it's so bizarre that we get so many of these like greater world building moments, and they're just like nothing, but like
it's like a nothing burger moment.
It hits in this like way where it's like it keeps hitting you after the fact, because you're like, wait a minute, I had to like rewind like one of the most recent episodes like 3 times and wrap my head around this shit, and I'm like, okay. And then later on they'll like subtly include a little bit of payoff on some of these things, and it's really interesting. I'm actually really loving how it's written, and when they handle these difficult situations to navigate, like this 14-year-old boy who can become a full-grown man having like struggles struggles with like they have arranged marriages as children, so like he has a fiance, and so like it's weird for him to have a 14-year-old fiance and be a full-grown man sometimes, and very like valid. he has to like rationalize that, and he cannot, and he's like that, but that's a good thing. And like it's like it's self-aware of like a lot of
that it knows what it's doing with these characters.
It legitimately is like the commentary is straight up calling out a lot of the creepiness that's going on in media, not just Japanese media, and there's a lot of that, like but it's actually so interesting as like a study of this story, because honestly it wouldn't stand out as much in the industry and whatnot if there weren't all of these other terrible examples of handling like fan service or like romance with like younger characters and things like that. But it's not even written phenomenally, but it's written well enough to be like leagues above a lot of these other examples that are kind of just creepy for no reason. Like if this show is creepy, it's creepy for a good reason instead of just because sex sells, and I adore it. I think it's absolutely worth defending, and it's kind of also shitty that because the industry is so saturated with a lot of these poorer examples, this kind of gets buried, and that's tragic to me, because it's really, really, really well done. A lot of these characters are phenomenal characters and have a lot of really, really solid growth, and the trajectory moving forward, I could see like a lot of really awesome shit happening as well. It's honestly such a good watch. Dude, it was just that one scene that made me really uncomfortable, but again, it had purpose.
There's a couple of premises that make me uncomfortable. Like there's like Vex has explained, one of the premises is the main premise is that this kid is stuck between sometimes being a 14-year-old boy and then being a full-grown man. And one of the gags is that he accidentally like crashes through a roof at a point, and in doing so, he's a fully nude man exposing himself in front of children. Which I'm like, that's a weird gag. Like it's supposed to be there for a ha-ha. But it's I'm not like
a haha though. That's the thing though, is like in a lot of other instances in other series that might be like a haha gag. But the thing is that they had a scene in that same episode that was showing 2 young girls looking through a textbook, and they flip to a page where it's like, this is the male anatomy, and it's showing like the Petruvian man or whatever, like the dude with his dong out, like and nice. One of the girls gets extremely uncomfortable, and she's just like, we should not be looking at this. And this is a character who was also comfortable with strapping a bomb to her chest and stabbing a kid in the first episode. So it's like committing these heinous crimes are more normal than looking at like the male anatomy. And like this was like a moment where it represented more than just like a haha he's naked like kind of moment. And like it was really interesting because it showed on a societal level the way that children have been attempted to be controlled and reshaped, and like they cannot have these, and like we've all been 13 before.
Yeah.
And some of us were looking at some things that we should not have been looking at
decades ago.
Know, like wild.
Hell,
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, for you guys.
Okay. Go your inches away.
But this moment had a lot more depth to it, and it impacts the rest of the story. Like they don't it's not just a one-off haha moment. It continues to be brought up, and it has changed the way that a lot of these kids who are supposed to be in the palm of like this oppressive society's hand have now started to have a return to form to what life was like before it became so dystopian. And I think that is more than enough of a really like an added message than just haha his dick's out. You know what I mean?
No, super fair, dude. I'm just happy to hear, like, having not watched it, like I intend to watch it all on Patreon throughout December as like a free kind of thing. Because obviously, like, what other Christmas anime am I going to be able to watch for that month? I think that'd be perfect. So I will be caught up with it.
Die Hard the anime
here soon.
Corey in the house.
Die Hard the anime. That's so funny. But yeah, I've heard a lot of like commentary about like that one particular episode. I guess like when it happened, I heard a lot of different content creators mentioning it, and I'm happy that like at least for the most part, moving forward and through that, like it's got a self-aware style of commentary as opposed to it's just weird for the sake of being weird because of like just the ha-has, So that being said, I've got a lot of faith in it, and I mean the creator of Sanda it's a female mangaka, right? It's the chick who did Beastars and something else too. Yeah, so
yes,
I would hope
correct.
that she would have a better perspective on things like that, especially for 14-year-old girls and stuff like that being portrayed in anime. So I got a lot of faith in this one. I really do.
Yeah,
her
it's
dad
truly
did
subtly.
fuck.
It's truly subtly taking jabs at the creeps in the industry and the creeps that are getting off on that shit. And I'm like, be brave, do that. You're doing it well. And I think that if the industry were more leveled out and less creepy, something like this wouldn't need to exist. This is a product of the circumstances, and I think in that context, it's doing a phenomenal job.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm with it. I'm excited to watch that one. I really am. I should start recording on that within like the next week or so. So
nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, nice.
But there is some trash that hasn't really been brought up too much. That I definitely.
I don't want to go back to One Punch Man.
Nope. There's something even trashier. I've
already crashed out once, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about
And,
Crunchyroll.
Leave my ex out of this.
And thank God there's absolutely no room for a crash out because Gachiakuta Cour 2 is going insane. Like, as an anime only, I am blown away with what is up on Gachiakuta. Specifically, this most recent episode. Dude, I was like through the roof hype and then also laughing my ass off within seconds. And they handle that so well. The comedy mixed with the action is just immaculate in Gachiakuta, dude. It's so unserious and yet so freaking serious.
It kind of took me out of it seeing Engine with like an NL face where he's like,
right? Like
I love
the
Engine.
face on everybody. Like the scene with the three of them, like the cholo looking dude, and then the baby, and then the Raider
and the Binky Boy.
Binky
Boy.
Oh yeah, we've seen what Binky Boy can do. Binky Boy solos your favorite verse,
dude.
Like with prep
such
time,
a cool
Binky Boy solos absolutely any verse.
If he were throwing punches as fast as like JoJo's characters,
that's what
he's
saying.
Unstoppable. If he just stand rushes somebody and or he's unstoppable. He's
taking everybody out
so slow in that instance and still getting like that crazy snowball effect. He has such a fucking cool power. Like
such a cool power, and dude. I've never seen a Binky look so fucking cool, dude. Like, watch out, fucking Junior from Yu Yu Hakusho. You will never be talked about again.
Koenma?
Yeah, dude. F you, Koenma. He doesn't even like his baby anymore. He
barely.
Oh, you're catching strays.
No, I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
I
child team is peak.
The
child team's peak.
Bro Santa peak.
The impromptu, unconsensual runaway road trip with the guy you were just about to clash with was not on my bingo card.
Not even
that
remotely,
was crazy.
Dude.
Like they're about to like trade blows, and then just out of nowhere, like Truck Coon step bro.
The first time Truck Coon got beat though, like somebody survived Truck Coon on screen. That's pretty crazy, dude. Truck Coon downscale actually.
Dude, it's so funny because right after that, when Bundes gets out of the car and Engine's there, Bundes is just like, "Hey, buddy, don't be pointing that umbrella at people. That's dangerous."
Yeah, dude, I love it, man.
It's one of my favorite.
That was
lines.
such a good line. I mean, even just like the move, like the way they did such a good job of having such high tension during the actual fight part of it, and like even during the falling bit. And then just hard cut it to like they're all just trying to survive, and they all of a sudden were on like their like each other's team, because like the moment the raider like reaches his arm out and actually grabs Deer like that, I was like, that's crazy. All right, cool. Like we're all just kind of trying to survive this moment. And like I really like the concept of like Gachiakuta doing a good job of providing like a large amount of gray area for these raiders and stuff like that. Like they're all there for like a bad thing, you know, kind of thing, but like at the same time, this is all kind of crazy to them too. They're like, this is freaking wild.
The phone call with Semiyu when Engine's just like, we're kind of fighting these raiders. And she's like, you don't sound so certain about that. Because they're just chilling. They're just kind of. I love Bundes. Like he's my favorite of all of the bad guys that we've met so far. I adore him. Engine's still my top one, but Bundes, from the moment he interacted with Bro, I adored him. Literally 2 seconds into knowing who
great, dude.
I didn't even know his name, but I love him. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll never know his name. But I'll call him that dude with the arms forever.
He's the hand guy. Yeah.
He's a hand boy. Yeah.
Handy manny.
But yeah, dude,
so cool.
I think he might be my favorite of the Raiders right now too. As much as I love Jabber, I mean, it's either him or Jabber, but like for completely different reasons. Like I love, like I love Bunda. Was that his name? I really like his aura on the screen, and like the way he conversates. Like it's just such a cool enigmatic character.
He's so well spoken.
Yes, dude, and I love a well-spoken character, dude.
He's just inquisitive. He's like, I still have so many questions to ask. When Zodal starts making the trash beast move, and like Bundes, like the first thing he's like, I still had so much to ask. I was like, I love you. He's such a.
I love that. Yeah. And dude, I can't speak highly enough of the pacing of this anime, dude.
I'm surprised how far you guys are in right now.
Love it, dude. Like we are 19 episodes into
season 1,
the first season. And we are already on our way to the sphere for the first time. Obviously, God knows what'll happen. You know, like will we cross the border? Will we not? All that, blah blah blah. But like the concept of like how much information has been given to us in 19 episodes, and I know that like this is a decently long manga at this point. It's been going on like for a decent amount of time, right? Like y'all, how many chapters do you guys have right now?
I just had it up 156.
56.
We just had a new one today.
Right. Not quite as much as I thought.
I'm on 153 right now. I usually wait 2 or 3 chapters and then read them like that. You guys getting all the stuff with the massive trash beast is insane to me, because I feel like that's what 60 something chapters in. No, maybe not.
Crazy.
Maybe though.
I don't think so, because a couple episodes ago I remember looking up what chapter it left off.
Yeah,
on. It was like
I think we're around 30.
Yeah, 30. Okay, I would say I knew it was pretty
30.
deep into like the first like big, I'm gonna say saga kind of thing of the story. Like
the scale of this trash beast is fucking insane too. And like
it's hard to wrap my head around.
The world building too.
What are we thinking of Zodale, boys?
I'll get to that in 1 second. Okay. But like the world building is so interesting, because he was talking about like, I think he said like once every 6 years this trash storm occurs, and like it, that is just so interesting to me. I'm like, fucking what? Like they got like trash.
Come again, please.
It's so cool being like in a world that is our world, but just pushed to a very specific extreme. Because like the way I'm grounding myself in this world building is like really the fact like it's still technically on Earth, you know, like outside of the magical system, you know, like it's kind of our world still. And I really do love hearing about that. It's like, oh, well, there's a special storm every 6 years now that we've cooked this entire planet with trash, and it'll help kick us up to this. And then, like, yeah, we are in a trash beast that is a size that I truly can't comprehend, and it's flying, like, and we're heading straight for the sphere right now. And like, I mean, like, I really like I'm so used to, like, especially these long shonens like MHA and Naruto and One Piece. I'm like, man, you give me a goal, and I'm like, cool. I won't think about that goal for at least 150 episodes, because like surely we're not going to get to it. And no, 19 episodes in, and we're at least like making advances towards that in a heavy manner. And that's crazy to me, dude. I love to see it. And I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Like, I don't feel like it's made a jump to where I didn't get time with someone that I needed outside of like maybe the artist guy dying, because I didn't even know who he was when he died. And I was like, oh yeah, he was in one scene for like 30 seconds before I knew any characters. That's
that was definitely the only. Well, there were a lot of characters at first, like when we were back at like episode 13, 14 territory. I was like, I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of your backstories. And against Amo, when we had the perfect time to learn your backstories, we got like half of one guy's. And like it does feel like I'm starting to understand a bit more about some of these characters, specifically the cleaners that got isolated and a few of the people back at the home base. But like when they were like reinforcements are coming, I was like, I don't know any of these people's names.
Yeah.
like,
but like this show's done a good job of dealing with that, in the fact of it gives you the info when you need the info, and otherwise, like, we'll kind of just cover that when we get there. But
yeah.
And they're not even doing it to a point where it's a detriment to the pacing of like a fight, let's say. Like the bit of information we got about Scissors Girl was just absolutely insane. And they did such a good job of like teasing us with her background without even really giving us any, like, they didn't show us anything. They just did it all through context. And she's like, yeah, well, before I was with the cleaners, I was a freaking badass, dude. Just
how
taking
dare
people
you
out,
call Rio Scissor Girl? That's fucking crazy, bro.
Scissor sister. But to speak on Zodil though, like there was one line that really stuck out to me. I'll never forgive this man for the cockroach scene though. But there's one line line that really stuck out to me. He was talking about how he was trying to recreate or like make a new addition to the Watchmen series, and he failed. But he's like, just because it's a failure doesn't mean it's wasted. And I'm like, dude, he's like Rudo, because Rudo appreciates trash too. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he sees that like it doesn't need to be discarded or thrown away. All these people are fucking up because it still holds value. So him seeing that there's still value in a failure, I'm like, bro, it's so cool. And
it's a really good parallel between the main character and the main villain. Like, really
and good. Also, in that same breath, he's like still confused. He's like, I don't know who you are, Rudo. Like, how do you, a spherite, you had like a Watchmen series thing before you even got down, from the sphere, and like it obviously poses a lot more questions about Regto and about like Rudo's upbringing and his missing father and family and shit like that. And I'm just like, it's so interesting because Zodil, like, he is telling us right now, I don't have all the answers, and I also failed, but I'm trying to make the best out of it. And I'm like, dude, so this is like, it's showing me this isn't like him per se, but he's still him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's such an interesting way to showcase
Rudo on a different path. Like Rudo, who never got like a family that he loves, basically. I mean, because like that whole moment with him saying like, Rudo, like you have exactly what you want right in front of you, and these cleaners aren't going to take you. And Rudo, like, shout out, like, I love seeing a moment where your main character becomes like a main character. You know what I'm saying? And Rudo had that moment in this episode where he's like, nah, like, these cleaners brought me in when they didn't need to do that at all. Like, they've showed up for me every single time. Like, like they're not just like taking advantage of me. Like I did actually find a family in this, and you know. And it's shown like we see like definitive growth in Rudo right in that moment. Because I was nervous, dude. I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't sure which direction Rudo was gonna go with that, and I love that I wasn't sure about it, because they showed with the Amo moment that Rudo still has some darkness in him, dude. And you know, he still has that, like, and so in this moment when
he threw the hands
with almost everything he wants. Like, I definitely didn't think Rudo was down with bringing the sphere completely down and killing everybody up there. He wants some revenge on some assholes, but he's not really going up there to murder everybody. I don't think that's Rudo's goal, even without Homie like presenting it. So I had faith in him, but like seeing him make that choice in that moment and say it the way he did, and like them showing his hand, you know, like kind of like closing into a fist, then showing Zoldy, or I don't know his name. I'm gonna cook it again. Yeah. Seeing him and like kind of like behind that fist, and that was such a well like angled moment. I loved it, dude. I loved it. And shout out Rudo, dude.
I think
you are an honorary MC now, dude. I mean, you're in it.
The icing on the cake for me is like seeing, and I'm just gonna glaze him because he's my favorite character. But whenever Bro reunites with Engine and tells him like, oh, this is a giant trash beast, they're gonna fly it up to the sphere, we're crossing the border, shit's going down, and instead of Engine just being immediately like, oh shit, he's thinking of Rudo first. He's like, wow, that's a way to accomplish Rudo's dream.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude. Like,
I know, dude.
So good.
Bars,
like,
dude.
And then he like immediately like they're like, we have the enemy right in front of us. This Bundes guy is here, and then there's other people. We still don't know where Zanka or Rio are, or if they're okay, but we just heard reinforcements are on the way. But like, hey, all that matters is we're cleaners, and you just told me this is a trash beast.
Yep.
So it's like they completely switch the objective, and they're like,
"Yep,
you forgot who you were talking to, didn't you?" Yep. And I'm like, "Dude, that's so cold. That's so good." Like,
dude, Engine's such an awesome character, man. I mean, like he is
my boy.
just like top to bottom, such a well written character. I gotta say, I am so damn curious about the kid that Engine was put up against. I think that kid's gonna be a freaking demon. If and when we see him get attacked, Fu, Fu, because characters like that, you know, when their powers are so reserved based on like certain ideals and stuff, especially being attacked or whatever. When we see him rage out, I think it's gonna be scary.
He reminds me of Krona from
from Soul Eater.
Yeah, I'm just like,
absolutely.
I need to see him pop off.
I see the comparison.
You know, do these doors open both ways? You know, like if you, oh my god, it's crazy. Like I think that like, I don't know, because we didn't really see his power, and like, I don't know, the craziest thing with me too was seeing like the manhole girl, whatever her name is, like she just like popped in and was like freaking out, and like, I don't know, there's so much cool shit going on, and like we still have 5 episodes left.
I know,
like
dude.
this
is just
with how much they've accomplished.
It's exactly. It's giving so much for us. Like for real, the Canvas Town was the slowest bit of the anime so far, and Canvas Town still gave us such a spectacular moment when the character who took over for like the last artist, I don't know if they like
Canvas Town was fucking amazing in the manga. I'm not gonna lie.
For it being a technical low point in the anime and it still bringing us so high with the celebration of life moment, I'm so impressed with this, dude. In the non-fighting action moments of this battle shonen, it's really good, and then in the battle moments, it's even better. Like. And the twists and turns, it's wasting no time. These fights aren't getting drawn out. We're not having to wait 7 episodes to see a conclusion of a fight. Like, this is, like, for me, the epitome of, like, modern anime. And, like, this is my #1 recommendation for, like, a new, like, anime watcher who wants, like, a longer form battle shonen, Like, this is where I would jump in. Like, what a good place to jump in if you want something unique in action. It handles all of these things so well. The graffiti is so damn sick. The character design is just through the damn roof. I love it, dude. I can't glaze it enough. Like, it's right there with My Hero Academia for me. The only reason My Hero's over it is because I've just been invested in My Hero for longer. But for all intents and purposes, like every Sunday, I'm like, I cannot wait to watch the Gachiakuta episode and the My Hero episode right now. Like, I'm just so hyped.
That's so good to hear. The only thing I can say on it all, and this is more directed towards Cody, brother, they are not fucking ready.
Oh yeah, dude, I believe it.
Sorry, Gachiakuta, like I said, it's one of my favorite reads. Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's one of my favorite reads. So to hear you guys kind of glazing it, I'm glad. Like I said, it's one that I theorize on, like I do with One Piece, and I really, really enjoy just every aspect of it. Hearing you guys talk about these characters with so much passion in these fight scenes and these the other moments as well, like the Canvas Town stuff, it's so uplifting to me. Sorry, Vex, go ahead.
I was gonna say, my previous gripes were that like I just didn't know any of these characters. I didn't know any of the names of them or their instruments or any of their backstories or anything like, and it still feels like that a lot, but they've shown me that when it becomes important, I'll probably figure it out, like with Zanka and his whole episode dedicated just to him, and then Rio got hers, and like now we just learned the like engine's name was given to him, and it meant something else, and like it's really interesting. Like they'll when it becomes time, we will know, and that's cool. My only complaint that I still have is they be doing some weird shit with people's eyeballs, but that's not a bad complaint.
They definitely do.
It could be worse, you know.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just had something decent for it and I'm losing it. With the like one of my theories is like, or like one thing I was thinking for the future has already kind of been like disproven, at least at this moment, and like I don't know if I'm disappointed or like more intrigued by it, but like the special set of items, right, that Rudo has the gloves, Homegirl had the
Watchmen
series.
The Watchmen series, yeah. So I was hoping there was going to be a lot more pieces to the Watchmen series, at least based on context I've been given within these episodes. Like the guy seems like it's like a trinity, and it makes sense when you look at the symbol because it has the 3 circles on it. So I'm like, okay, I get it. But I was like low key being like, dude, I want a whole damn fit, dude. I want the Watchman jacket, obviously, which is sick.
The
as
boots,
hell
the jacket is so slick, brother. Like
the jacket looked crazy, dude. Like when it started like coming up, like wrapping around his face, and like he started activating it a little bit. We've barely seen it, but oh my god, it looks so cool. And
I need to know.
I was hoping for an insane top to bottom outfit. Like you know, we get a hat, we get a helmet, we get a shirt and pants, and like I don't know. Like I like the idea of being able to go around the world and collect the Watchmen items, and maybe do that.
We get the Watchmen series cufflinks.
Dude, no, straight up though, dude. Like let me get a Watchman tie real quick, bro. Like Watchman shades, like, but like
I need
the
to know
concept
more about the Chad that created that shit. Like,
dude, that to me sounds like a fantastic opportunity for a spin-off series if the series itself doesn't really dive into it, which I'm sure it will. Like obviously we're gonna have to find out who he is, but that already feels like another just like great place that we could go to on almost a separate kind of concept.
My theory so far, and I'm not even gonna look at Lucas's face right now because I know him, but like my theory right now is because we got that apparently Rudo is the son of a murderer in that like little flashback bit. And they called him like as good as a murderer or something like that. Whoever this enigmatic, mysterious person who was apparently able to create these 3 crazy powerful items and utilize all 3 of them, I think it was probably just his dad. And that might be part of the reason why Rudo isn't going insane by using these or something.
Yeah.
And that might be part of why Regto would have had them to give them to him in the first place also. So like that's the most logical train of thought. It obviously could be way more complicated than that, but that's my theory.
I'm happy that you mentioned that. Like,
good theory,
like,
Vex.
That Rudo's not going crazy. That's an interesting thing about these items that really does draw a line on making them just not simply broken items existing in the world, because one does not simply use these and get away with it kind of thing. So that is interesting. Now my next thing is I can't wait for the day that Rudo slaps this whole fit on, bro, because Rudo's got to eventually.
Because
he's gonna be the one. Now I don't know where I stand with it being his father or not. That feels like an Occam's razor, option for sure. So like I'm certainly not discounting it. His father must have been somebody, dude. Like there's something to it. And I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that his father or even Recto worked with the people who were masked people, but then like maybe got too deep in that organization or realized that organization was, going the wrong direction. I don't know. Like that's the good thing. It set up such a fantastic mystery of like right now, like today in this current episode, I'm curious still about these raiders and this leader guy, and his ability to create this massive trash beast and other ones. And like, what is it that kills people when you go through the barrier? Like, what is this barrier? Like, I'm so curious about that. I didn't even quite realize that was a thing. I know most people didn't survive their fall from the sphere, but I figured, since you're dropping out of the fucking sky, that's why you didn't survive, not because maybe you got murked passing through some barrier. I didn't put that together. So I'm super like curious about all of that stuff, let alone who these angel people are, who the guy is who made the Watchmen series, who the hell Rudo's dad is, like who the hell Recto was for real. And like
we love
so
Recto.
many questions.
Rest in peace, Recto in peace.
I think what also one of my other favorite moments, and this is the last thing I honestly have to say from all of my notes on it so far, is that like I thought it was really compelling, just to glaze Bundes some more, is that
oh my god,
when they were talking about the giant trash beast, I think it was Bro who was like, well, why aren't we having to wear our masks? Because I thought the bigger the trash beast, the more toxic the fumes that it put out or whatever. And Bundes goes, yeah, well, this one's different. And then in his internal monologue, he goes, I was wondering the same thing. And I'm like, ooh, so like he doesn't know either, and like he's the guy who is
to this,
his whole thing is like he likes asking questions and learning and stuff, and he's like able to glean like a lot more from more insignificant details and things like that. I'm like, that hit, like that one little tiny like 3-second throwaway internal monologue thing, while we immediately pivoted to something else that was going on. That hit for me. I was like, I just also love Bundes. He's cool. He's great.
Yeah, he's a great character, dude. I hope we get to see more of him.
Honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, go watch Gachiakuta, guys. It's so good. It's so good.
Go read it as well. When the season's done, read it.
Yeah. I will probably. Yeah. I'll be picking up the manga at the end of the season. I want to let this season ride out, kind of like Vex was saying initially, because I am just thoroughly enjoying this experience.
Of course.
But the art is something that's actually just compelling me to read it. I think it'll be something that I'll still want to watch once it comes out again. That's why I don't read a lot, because it makes me not want to watch the anime, and it turns me into a sourpuss like Lucas, who doesn't like anime, and I just possibly turn into that. but no, I mean, it is an issue. Like if I've already read it, then I'm kind of like just super uninterested.
Blasé about it.
But I think Gachiakuta has done a good job anime-wise of like, you know, being something that I'll still want to watch, even if I've already read it.
You okay, Vex?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's
feeling quite blasé.
He's feeling quite blasé.
No, I yeah. If we had anything else, just now forever hold your trash. But I actually wanted to pivot to something again, another fire recommendation. Jacoby put me on. I did watch the first 5 episodes, which means it did pass the 3-episode test. Honestly, past the 1-episode test. I watched May I Ask for One Final Thing?
Sell me and Cody on it.
Oh my god, dude. Like it's such a wild first like 20 seconds. Because immediately as the shit starts off, this prince dude, they're just in a church, and this prince dude's about to get married to this like daughter of a duke lady, and like he just immediately calls off the wedding and starts trashing her, trashes her bloodline, says that she's worthless, and he's just like, I just wasted 17 years of my life on you. And I'm like, whoa, dude, like. And it's so interesting because as soon as like the wedding gets called off and he's done like spitting his shit, she's like, are you done? And like it's so crazy because like she just immediately squares up and goes to just punch the shit out of the girl that he left her for at the altar. And like I'm like, oh, that's in
front of
wild.
God and everyone.
And she said the thing, like she says the title like right there in the first
she
like
says
3
it right
minutes.
There.
And then it's so funny because it's like it's such a crazy scene, and then they don't show you the punch, like she's winding up, but then like they cut and like they have like a yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here type of moment. It's so funny. But then like after you see the buildup and the flashback and the backstory a little bit and whatnot, the punch was so worth the wait.
It was so satisfying, dude.
Yeah, homegirl like fully does go Kingsman on this church and just starts clocking everybody, and it introduces the magic system very quickly, and dude, it's so cool. It's so much more than just like a angry lady beats the shit out of a bunch of people, but it is a lot of that, and it's like, it's so funny because it's a really
I like
good,
that kind of
like
stuff.
Second, it's a really good second monitor anime, and then like when the fights start, move into your first one. It has a lot of peak
Yeah.
moments, and like
Yeah.
it's so funny. There's also some really cold ass fucking lines from she literally says, "I'll beat the mud off of you, swine," and I'm like, that's
Yep.
crazy,
Dude,
like, that's insane.
She is terrifying, dude, and like
Hell yeah.
it's just such a perfect like twist on the entire genre that this could fall in. What I mean, because like you could call it a romance, you can call it just a high fantasy, or not a high fantasy, but a fantasy, magic isekai, like all these different things that could make you think whatever it is, and it kind of defies all of them while doing all of it at the same time. It's just like
Yeah.
taking all the cliche and making a joke out of it, and then like giving, I mean, it makes for such a fun concept, dude. She is
Yeah.
a incredibly fun main character, and she
Truly.
truly does, I mean, this entire anime is her doing her best to hold herself back. Like that's basically what it is. She fucking hates people, and for very good reasons. They're awful, like especially just these super hoity-toity posh people. And dude, if you say the wrong thing to her, she will beat the ever-loving fuck out of
She
you
has like a
and animate
reputation.
the hell out of it. Like they will
She
show
has
it. Like
a
she's
they
not an
call her
off-screen
like
fighter.
they call her like the mad dog princess and like and shit like that. It's so crazy because like
That's the coolest rap name ever.
Right?
she has like 9 different epithets, and it's so
Yeah.
funny because like all these different people keep hearing different rumors about her, but she's called like the bloodstained lady and shit like that.
Yep.
And like I'm like, dude, this goes hard. Like this is
Yeah,
crazy.
She gets a new nickname basically every single episode, and like to that
Yeah.
point, Vex, the way they do it is like she gets her nicknames because of rumors that go around based on the debauchery she got into in the last episode. But like the best thing is that like it's one of those things that like a lot of these fantasy anime will give you like a female character who's just being put down for like, you know, 11 episodes, and on the 12th episode you finally get your moment where she like finally fights back. This one is the opposite. Like she gets her lick back in every episode, bro. Like in every single
so
episode.
funny.
Like you're not gonna have to wait for her to get her licks back. It is so damn fun. Great second screen honor that is like will have its moments on the first screen. And yeah, just a big sleeper of this season. I think, may I ask for one final thing, might be possibly like the biggest sleeper for this season right now. Because
I think it does comedy really well. I think it does action extremely well. And then the fantasy elements I think are really, really cool because there's like different gods that you can be kind of like blessed by. And that kind of gives you your magical suite. So she's like proficient in time magic. So she could just cast haste on herself and go fucking insane.
So crazy.
And she can also like reverse. Yeah, she can like reverse time on like a body part and kind of heal you a bit. And like, dude, she's so cool. Like it's a really interesting like power system that they don't spend too much time on right out the gate, but it keeps building as you go through. And like the comedy is so funny because like the shithead prince that like is just trashing her at the very beginning. It's so funny. In a flashback, he's like, are you mocking me in your internal monologue? And she's like, she just like looks at him and goes, perish the thought. And she's so like well composed for like all of the flashback bits. And then you see her after like the pen drops and you're like, dude, she's such a badass now.
She's so,
it's
really funny. Great the way they tell you the story, like you said in the beginning, like setting up that first episode. Like it starts you off with her snapping and like, you know, like sending a punch at this like, you know, new side chick that the prince has. But they do a good job of like giving you her backstory and like showing you what it was like as a kid. And, you know, like in these medieval times, she is just the daughter of a duke, and that's somebody to be partnered up with some other prince, so, you know, they can build family relations and all that. And the prince she's being partnered up with is like the second or third tier prince. He's never going to be king. He's not set up like that, you know. So she's already getting kind of like the lower end of the stick for all intents and purposes. And then like on top of that, like they do a great job of displaying her just playing her part for all the way up until the moment we see at the very beginning of the episode. So as a child, all the way up to the moment she's finally supposed to get married, she played her part. She did what she was supposed to do. She kept to herself. She didn't let her thoughts, you know, overtake her. But they show that, yes, she was always thinking about beating the hell out of these people. And the moment they finally turned on her truly, she was like, all right, this is it. The gloves are coming on, because she puts on like basically brass knuckles every time she goes to do this. And then she just starts throwing freaking hands, bro. And they're rated E for everyone. Like absolutely everyone.
The show isn't though. The show is rated R because she's drenched in blood by the time she's done kicking the shit out of people. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like,
it's great.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of
shout
really,
out
like,
Jacoby's
cool-ass
nephew.
moments.
Sorry.
My little nephew over here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cold ass moments, and it really delivers well on a lot of like dialogue. It does some really crazy things. I think the last major note that I had, before I get to that, I actually really liked the first Prince, and I just got to the end of episode 5, Jacoby, which if you know, you know.
Yep.
Shit is about to go down right now.
Yep.
So it's really interesting. They're doing a lot right, like a lot. And I like that. My last note that I had, though, is that the opening, pretty solid. The outro fucking slaps. This shit is so gas. Like, it's like I can't even describe it, dude.
It's a bop.
It's like it's like medieval core, like hip hop, like, I don't know. It's so cool. It's such a unique sound.
It's really,
I love
really,
it.
Yeah.
It fits the show perfectly too.
Give it a 3-up test, guys. Like, genuinely, like.
Give it a
Neither y'all will be
test.
disappointed, I don't think.
I'm not even lying. If you don't vibe with the first episode, walk away. You're fine.
Yeah, actually,
I think
fair.
you will
It's
vibe
so
the first episode, though.
You'll know.
It accomplishes so much. It felt like Clevitus. It felt like a 45-minute first episode. You know, like a lot happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The first episode is every bit of setup. Like, the reason we do a 3-up test is hopefully to get enough info on the world to know if we'd like it or not. This is a prime example of you really do just need one episode. If you're not vibing with it after one episode, like, it isn't going to be for you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because it just keeps that is the pace. Like, that is the product. They give it all to you right there, and then they just have good twists and additions to the world as it gets more lived in. Like, there's a big twist like on episode 4 that like I didn't see coming even remotely, and it changes the entire like way you think about this show. And that was like a something for me that I was really like, oh, so we're doing this. Like, you know, at first I was just having fun watching her beat up, you know, uptight princes, and then I'm like, wait a minute. There is a good little overarching story, much like Campfire does with that like thin line that is pushing us forward. This one's definitely doing it heavier handed. But like it's fantastic, dude. It really is. It's so
fully agree. Absolutely worth giving it one episode to see if you're into it, and I think you will be. I think everyone here in the call and in the chat will absolutely be into it. It's just a good time, man. It's really well done. I thought that I honestly didn't think it was gonna pass the 3-episode test. 20 minutes into the first episode, I was like, this shit is gas. This shit is so. When the credits rolled, I was upset. I was like, man. And then I heard the song and I was like, never mind, this slaps. Like, but it's really solid. It's really good.
Deadass, the only thing that got me watching it was the fact that my girl wanted to start it with me while we were building some Legos. And you know, like my girl's she eats up fantasy isekai. Like that's just her genre, dude. She loves it. That's what she lives in. So I was like, all right, we'll see. You know, we'll see. A lot of these are hit or miss for me. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, holy shit, we got to watch the next episode. And then we completely caught up. I think we had 4 episodes to watch, maybe 5 at that point. And I've watched up through episode 7, and I think it has 9 out. Yeah, it's got 9 episodes
9 right now.
And I've seen up through 7. And yeah, dude, it caught me out of nowhere. Again, this is a good. This season of anime is really interesting, having things like My Hero and Gachiakuta literally sitting right next to Campfire cooking. May I ask for one final thing? You know, Vex is watching a Santa Claus anime right now. Like,
which is
an
crazy.
Interesting season we're in to finish off like a year that had a season like the summer season, and even a year like our spring and winter season earlier.
I have to say too, like, if I'm being 100% honest, there's another anime within this season that I think passes the 1-episode test, and it is Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Like, you guys, I spoke about it a little bit last time, and I'm not going to speak about it too much this time. I have caught up fully now. If this series gets another anime, I think, if this season gets another anime, if this anime gets another season, it's over. It's Jover, boys. Completely. Yeah.
That's one that's been put on my list by a bunch of people. Who like everyone who's watched it has said it was surprisingly wholesome and just really fun. Like they didn't expect it to necessarily pass the test, and it happens to be doing that for like everybody. So there's something to it, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely on my list. I was gonna try to do the 3-up test to it, but I got logged in and watched a couple extra episodes of May I Ask for One Final Thing. So that's where that time went. Apologies, but I'll probably be caught up by next honestly, by next time we do the pod.
I'm very happy.
It's definitely something. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to. It's again a sleeper, because we got a season full of sleepers here. But one other big standout thing I wanted to focus on very quickly before you
get to that, can I say one more thing about Kamen Rider? I'm so sorry.
Oh, for sure, dude.
I will say this: it doesn't take itself too serious, and I think that's an aspect like we were talking about with Campfire cooking earlier. It doesn't take itself too serious. It leans into the goofiness of this world that they've created and what these characters are doing, because they're legitimately just being like, I'm this character from this TV show, like you would on a playground, but they're doing these insane feats like punching people and knocking them back like 25, 15 feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that it's action-packed enough to keep your attention, but silly enough to keep you entertained, if that makes sense. Like it's a good like comedy setting with it. Sorry, Vex, go ahead. Yeah.
No, you're good. I'm just gonna lightning round these next two pretty quickly, because I don't have much to say, and I don't think anyone else is caught up to backboard any dialogue with. But like I have to mention right now, because it is a big name in the current season, not a sleeper, is Spy Family.
Yes.
This season is crazy, and this series just pulled off one of the most insane arcs of all time. My jaw was straight up on the floor for a few scenes. Like I didn't think this show would ever have true stakes. It does, and like it's so good. And there was a character that was introduced like not even like 3 episodes ago that I absolutely fucking adored. It was one of the best full arcs within like, it was 3 episodes. Like it's crazy how fast it happened. And hey, it just shows you what can be accomplished in 3 episodes, like the 3-episode test. Oh my god! But
oh my god, is that the name of the podcast?
He said it.
Holy shit!
Spy Family season 3. I called it at the very beginning of the fall season that this would be my number 1 coming out of it, and I'm still holding true.
Dude, I'm happy to hear that, bro.
It's phenomenal. I need you boys to get caught up. Do
you think this is the best season yet?
Of Spy Family? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bar none.
I
absolutely
like clears, easy clear.
1000%. Like I loved season 1, but it's very unassuming comparatively. Season 2 really picks up a bit in the midway point. If you know, you know. Lucas does not, so I won't get specific.
Not yet. No, I'm getting there. Yeah, please.
You're gonna be stoked on it, Lucas. You really are, dude. The mid part of that blew me away.
Yeah, there's a full arc in season 2 that is phenomenal. I would put every single bit of season 3 on or above that level.
Oh, wow.
Love to hear it.
It's so
It's got me excited, man, because I'm really
good.
not far from season 3. I got like 4 episodes left in season 2, I think. So I'll be caught up by next pod for sure. It's been the one that I've been trying to catch up on.
When you get to the start of the arc that I just finished, literally call me. Like,
boys,
I got you.
Actually,
I make the vow here and now. I'm going to catch up completely to Spy Family by next stream.
Bet.
I've been hurt before, Lucas. But,
I'm not going to hurt you this time. Listen, I've kept the promise to not read the Freer manga, even though you've told me I can. God. I still have not.
I know, it's killing me. And the fact that he waves it like it's nothing. He's like, you guys just could. I've been hurt before.
I know.
Go ahead and do it. And it's like, no, it's that little caveat at the end that he's like, I've been hurt before. Go ahead and do it. It's like, no.
Yeah, no.
Just because you said before,
Cody,
no, I can't do it
all
now.
People, you certainly can. You get the pass. Cody has left me in the dust on like 9 different series at this point. Like, it's so tragic, brother.
I'll never forget me.
Zero? What's that?
I'll never forget Kush getting him to finally watch Monster, and then me jumping into VC and be like, "What episode are you on now?" And he's like 40 something, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? It's been 12 hours. Yeah, how did you do this?"
He likes those things. He knows everything about it. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, he has to know.
As someone who's been glazing Spy Family, I've been reading it ever since season 1 finished because I was very I'm very I like to think I'm very tapped into shonen. I really like that demographic. I really like reading a lot of the different weekly shonens that come out and finding these new different works. And I wanted to see what about the formula was making me so pulled to this series. And the more and more I delved into it, the more it kept building these different character settings and this overarching looming story that it, with like Beck says, it does have stakes. And it when they finally do decide to pull that Chekhov's gun that they do load, they set it up in season 1, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. I think Wit Studios does every bit of animation that anyone as a fan of the manga could look forward to for every
I think it's
season.
Cloverworks.
They've pulled it off, or it's Wit and Cloverworks, if I'm remembering right?
I don't remember if it's both. I know Cloverworks isn't on it, but yeah, it's it just keeps giving. It's more and more than I thought it would be. Every step of the way, it just keeps building further. And I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna be brave and not at all hyperbolic. And this is not a meme. Anya Solo's your favorite verse.
All right, you need to stop.
No, Anya Solo's All for One. Anya Solo's Sukuna. Anya, dude, it's crazy. I love her so much. The
only person
you give her a bag of peanuts, she's taking on the Dragon Ball verse.
Is Satoru Gojo, because she would go to read his mind and she would be flooded with the infinite information. It'd be like, Waku, like.
I've never had a more profound appreciation for her and for characters like Damien and Becky and the fucking principal of all things. And like, dude, this season is fucking peak. It's so good, dude.
And it does what one of the things I love about this show is it is fully in utilization and in favor of utilizing its background cast. Every single character that has been introduced to us so far within the series, within Anya's classroom even, has had substantial or at least a minimal impact to the main plot or story. This shit has been crazy. I absolutely cannot understate to you how much I love like that. I would be like, oh, I remember seeing this background character in like episode way back when, and then having them pull off some like crazy fucking shit 3 arcs down later because of
what you're talking about.
Dude, yes! It is
so cool.
We literally do not deserve Spy Family. It's one of my favorite reads, to be honest, and I love being able to glaze it because it's one of the few comedic anime or manga even that I found that I find myself coming back to without like it is the perfect blend of shonen, slice of life, and comedy. It is like one of the most perfect blends I've found since like maybe Hitman Reborn. It is just like got the it is blended so well.
I really like when the theming has like they do this cool like toy book like I don't know, like you know those like little wind up like boxes or like a I'm having a brain fart, but it's like a child's toy, like you know the Rugrats theme song, how it has like those weird like little like
a toy box, a music box.
Yeah, like it has this like this remix of like your classic like James Bond ass like Ocean's 11 ass like heist themey kind of spy tunes, and it's so cool. It reminds me of like in Sanda, how there's like this remix of Joy to the World, but it's like, dude, it goes insanely hard. It's just the song Joy to the World, but it's like really fucking ominous also. And like I love when a series can have like really strong theming like that, and when I hear the like little toy box spy music in Spy Family, it just like it triggers something in my brain that just gives me like this exponential like enjoyment of the series. It's so cool. Yeah, I need
to get back up on this. I really do. I got to finish up this Spy Family stuff. I'm happy that it's gotten as good as it has.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the series goes from where I'm at. So you guys got me pretty hyped. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know Cody was gonna pop up like that with me. I was gonna just lightning round it, but I'm so happy to be able to spit on it.
I literally like I've been a day one D1 Glazer fucking Spy Family, and it's always one of my favorite things to glaze because I'm like, yo guys, it's not big buff men beating the shit out of each other. I swear. Like,
yeah. I promise good. It's not JoJo's too.
I just think it's so great that, like I said earlier, and if you disagree, you're just wrong. But Anya Solo's your favorite version.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Facts, big facts.
But one other thing that I had to really quick just go over, and I know nobody's gonna pop off on this one because y'all don't watch shit I recommend. No, I'm kidding. But
we all hate anime.
To Your Eternity has been such a mixed bag of emotions. It's been so bad.
I don't think I've ever heard a synopsis for To Your Eternity. Could you please tell me?
Nope.
I think it's one of those that you have to watch episode 1 because
you
it's like,
seriously do. I will not
what
spoil
everyone
it for
says.
you. But this season has been
everyone's getting a crash out this episode.
This season has been so up and down with like different emotions and with different like we've been trying to get our footing and we've been trying to reestablish our stakes and things like that, and like emotionally there were a few gut punches, but it was like we moved right on to the next thing and it was like we had to like make do and shit. And like this most recent 2 episodes had some very creepy shit introduced that is like to illustrate like just I guess like the human condition, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, it's just plot devices. But like in between all of that, I was straight up crying at the club, y'all. Like it hit so hard. There was a really, 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 really strong emotional moment. And that's kind of what I've been missing from this series, because season 1 and 2 had so much of these like just crazy visceral gut punches. Like this is the only anime that has ever made me actively sob to the point where I could not see and had to pause. Like haha, blind jokes, but like I had to pause. I had to actively stop the show instead of like just like a few tears trickling down. No, I was a mess at season 1. And I didn't really get any of that from season 3 so far. And I was like, I kept waiting. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, are we so back? We're so back now, right? Like, and like, it doesn't need to hurt, but it's like, it's bonus points in a series like this. You know what I mean? And holy shit, y'all. There was one scene that just happened that absolutely took it out of me. I was
banged you.
It hit so hard, dude. It was crazy.
I do have to.
I'm glad we're getting emotional.
Terrified. Yeah, I'm absolutely terrified for whatever is coming up next in 2 years.
If you want me to make you feel a little better, I just want to, for the record, state that Vex at the beginning of this spiel said that no one watches the things that he recommends. The third longest video on my channel is a review for a series that Vex recommended to me. The longest running review series that I did arc by arc was also a series that Vex recommended to me.
Lucas ain't about to hear this. Like, dude,
I am not about to hear this.
So we move on to One Piece. That was also pretty emotional.
Everybody gets their crash out.
Yeah, everybody gets.
Y'all gonna crash out.
Real quick, spoiler warning. I think, are we gonna talk about anime?
Yeah, we're talking about the manga. Fuck the anime. I'm not watching that shit. I'm waiting for my mom, and she's slow as fuck. All right, anyone want to get mad? Go at my mom on Twitter. She has one now.
Dude,
don't fucking yell at her. I'm done with this shit.
Super duper spoiler warning. You gotta catch up, Cody, because next episode is 11/18 adaptation.
Fuck, dude, man, I'm
getting
so
crazy.
far
We're
behind.
right there at the end of Egghead now. Like, we really are. Like, it is popping off. And honestly, this last run of episodes has been incredible. Like right now, outside of the Dr. Chopper episodes, we are.
I was gonna say.
Cody crashed out. You said the 2 magic words, God. Jacoby.
Oh yeah. I mean, you knew it was gonna happen. If we ever get a good episode, there's guaranteed a Dr. Chopper episode next. It's
right afterwards. Right afterwards.
Immediately after.
Oh my god, I think I popped the vessel in my eye. Fuck, all I see is red.
11:44, 11:45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50 have all been very, very solid episodes, generally speaking.
I agree.
Like it's on a great run with the content. The adaptation is getting good. They gave Sanji a little bit more love in a recent episode, whereas like they don't normally. So like it's not like a super huge like, you know, Toei finally fixing the Sanji issues, but like Sanji got a good moment and everyone complains that he never gets any. Like this has been dope. They've done a good job.
They
of, like,
all
really
complained about that moment as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, they still
Legitimately.
complained about it.
Yeah,
yeah,
of
but it was
course,
a
of course.
different issue. Like,
Yeah.
I
like,
don't
all right, well,
really
the animation stepped up,
care.
but then, you know, like, I think he
Like-
said something about Bonnie, which, like, again, I agree. It's annoying that they're changing his dialogue to make him even more of a gooner. But, like, whatever, you know, if we've made it 1,150 episodes into this and aren't fully aware of Sanji's tendencies, the fuck are we doing, dude? Get over it. You still like this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
don't have much really to say because we only got what we last time we did a podcast. We were at 11:49, and so because of the
We've only
Dr.
gotten one
Chopper
episode,
episode,
yeah.
we've only got one more. So I mean, I don't really have anything specifically too new to say about the anime itself
Yes,
that we haven't already
Malgoonery.
said in a previous episode. But spoiler warning for the One Piece manga because
Ooh.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
here
be
we go.
talking about
Ooh.
that the most recent chapter or two.
And
have
real
been pretty
quick,
crazy.
before you get into that, no spoilers, please, in chat for 1167. I know they are out. Most of us on this stream right now are completely off of spoilers. So please, Cody, hide them eyes, baby. So please refrain from
Cody
spoilers
reads
for 1167.
whenever he wants to.
I know. That's
But
why I
yeah.
said hide your eyes, because he went like this when I said most of us.
Yeah.
So, if you're
So let's
watching-
start it out with this. Now that we're here, and we
real
can
quick,
say it.
real
Yeah.
quick, real
Yeah,
quick,
Yeah,
real
let
quick,
Vex
real
finish real fast, real fast.
My bad.
quick. If you're watching this in the
You're
future,
beautiful.
there will be a timestamp so that you can skip forward.
Yes, yes.
Timestamps, check them in the description. Boys, what are we ranking God Valley
As a whole,
Oh.
as a whole? God Valley.
Okay,
as a whole,
so
flashback.
okay, all of God Valley. So are we encapsulating like what we saw from Kuma, what we saw from the other POVs? Like, are we saying like God Valley as like a whole experience, or are we saying just God Valley as it was encapsulated in the Herald flashback?
I'd say most importantly in the Herald flashback, because
Probably
the
an
other
8,
stuff. What was that?
probably an 8 or a 7, probably an 8 or a 7.
Interesting.
Ooh, please explain.
What brought it down for you? Why not a 9 or a 10?
Just not as much like focus on like the rest of the island, and it really just felt like yeah, just that. Like I just didn't feel like we had as like for as grand as like battle as everything had played out. Like I didn't feel like we spent enough time on the side cast. Like there were so many
I think
big
that's
names
valid.
that were there.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
like
that's
a-
valid. I don't know. I might have to push back on that one. Go ahead if you got something, Vex. But I don't know.
Like you was just saying, is there is so many big names here, it would be just absolutely impossible with the way that Oda writes.
Yeah.
To get everything that we wanted out of this situation. Whereas we got enough to where we can infer a good bit, but like it specifically, there was a lot of focus on like 3 major characters, and that's fine. That's all we technically needed. We did get Kuma's like context beforehand and things like that. It's like I'm cool with what we got. I don't think it was like 10 out of 10. I like honestly, I still rate Kuma's flashback over this by quite a big margin, like a full 1.5 at least above what I rank this. I would put it probably around like an 8, like a solid 8, maybe an 8.5 or somewhere around there. You know what I mean?
See, I'm a firm believer that we are going to get another POV of God Valley at some point. Maybe something minor from one of the characters, like, you know, I wouldn't say maybe Big Mom or someone like that. You know what I mean? I had the longest belief that was Garp, but I feel like we got sufficient information on what happened with Garp in God Valley, and maybe an extended conversation between him and Dragon when they spoke at the jail cell, and he said, I think in the officials it was something along the lines of "I'm disgusted by you," to Garp, which was just gut wrenching, if I'm being honest. I think the last chapter of God Valley really did put a big bow on everything for me. Let's be real. Garling a fucking chump, coming up on 1 HP rocks, and
total fraud. 100%. Like, leader of the
I don't
fraud
know about all
city.
that.
yeah. But
I don't know about all that. Like, let's be real, y'all. Like,
I will
really-
be. I'll expand on it. I got you.
But so I do think we will get another viewpoint of God Valley, and maybe that'll help boost it in Cody's rankings. Because I think with the Kuma, this is a close, damn near a 9, right? Like 8.9 if you include
we already have that Kuma context. So like
exactly,
it's not like we experience God Valley without that like context of the Kuma flashback. So like
no,
like
that's what I'm saying. No, of course not. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were including that in our ranking at the moment, but since we're sticking clearly to the Herald stuff, I'd have to agree. 8.5, maybe. I love the stuff with Dragon. I love the stuff with Dragon completely. I'm not gonna lie. I think we got more than I ever expected to get out of Dragon on God Valley. We got cute ass baby Shanks the Shamrock. Like, those are some adorable little babies. We got to see Roger open the chest on him, you know what I mean? And with the whole rock stuff, I think we got a lot of good stuff with the Domi Reversi. If you guys noticed in 1165, when Garp first attacked Rocks, he said, there's got to be some way to undo this, as he flipped Rocks. Mm-hmm. So like probably some foreshadowing from Oda of a monkey flipping someone who's been flipped. I just got to throw that out there as a theorist. So I think that he laid the basis for a lot of what's going to happen forward in Elbaf and stuff. I think that he laid the groundwork for Herald, and I think like with what's going to happen with him, maybe he himself was flipped and Loki was the only person that could hear him and, you know, take him out. I think the stuff like I said, this last chapter really put a big bow on it for me. I think that Loki and him, like, holding the little newspaper in his hand and sobbing as he reads of the death of Rox D. Zebek and the hero of the Marines, Garp. And like, it's just, I think this will hit way harder once it gets animated, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think 8.5 right. At the moment is where I'm sitting at. I think if we get more from it later, like Cody said, that I will definitely bump that up. And as a ranking as a whole, I think God Valley will end up being a 10 out of 10 for me. But at the moment, nice, chill 8.5.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, God Valley flashbacks, the cleanest 10 out of 10 I've ever given. Like it's not to say it is truly perfect, because nothing's perfect, but like I got every single thing I needed out of this flashback and more than I expected. So like why would I, take away from that? On the, you wish you got more perspectives. I don't understand that argument, because we got literally like 6 different point of views on this specific flashback, not including what Kuma had already given us. And then once you do include that context, I mean, there's no one else's perspective I would have wanted on God Valley. My only real issue with the God Valley thing that I can point out, even really at all outright, is that we didn't get a moment where Scopper Gaban clashed with Sommers. And that was something that Oda opened up very heavily leading into this flashback, because Sommers was literally like, I remember you at God Valley, and Scopper Gaban is seemingly the only one that we know at the current time who can even hurt the Holy Knight. No, I feel you. So like, I really wish we got that clash. That is like the only thing. So like maybe I'd put like the flashback, I guess, at like 8.9.
The perspective I think we're missing. I think it's Blackbeard's perspective. How him and his mother got there. I do, dude. Because we did not get much of them. We got them up on the podium and then running in the woods and then getting teleported away.
Trauma, dude. He watched his grandpa get flipped. He saw his dad get flipped. That's it.
Listen, I think we're going to get a little bit more of Blackbeard at God Valley to just put the finishing touches on it in his greater story. When he talks about what happened to him after that. When he talks, because there will be a moment where Blackbeard gets to tell us everything that we need to know about him, right?
But like
that
in
is
that moment,
definitive.
I would see it as the flashback would actually not be Blackbeard at God Valley, but it would turn into it'll be Eris telling Blackbeard about all the things Rox was trying to do. But in that perspective, it'll actually be Eris's perspective. It will have that point of view of Rox telling Eris everything, and that is how the information will be presented to us.
Exactly.
But again, it's not Blackbeard on God Valley even. It's really Eris and Rox, just immediately after a decent pipe.
But I think that will kind of finish off God Valley. Yeah, but I think that will definitely finish it off.
The one perspective that I think we're missing the most here, and it's evident because the one perspective I think that we're missing here, and it's evident because so many people are shitting on this faction, is the Gods Knights. We got nothing from them, and that is a disservice.
Gunko, dude.
That is a genuine disservice, and I think it would have elevated things if we got anything from them other than like dude with his head blown open and then dude one tapping 1 HP rocks, and I'm just like, that would have elevated it for me significantly. I think with the rocks pirates all being like, you know, I'm not a power scaler, but like, you know, like quote unquote like Yonko level, like crazy, you know, end game villains and shit like that. Like I could have used a little more moments from some of them, although we did get some gas on some, but like there's a lot more that I feel like I could have.
No, I think you just cooked Vex
from this, but it's like I don't need it, but man, it would have helped. Is all I'm saying.
Because we did see Gunko was there, but she was the one God Knight I think we saw the least, besides the fodder ones they showed briefly. You know what I mean? And that's the one that we know. We got moments with Sommers, we got moments with Garling. You know what I mean? We got a little bit of moments with, I think it's Maffy is that chick's name that looks like Doflamingo and whatnot. But we only got like a single panel or two of Gunko. So I think that getting it from her perspective would be fucking insane.
It would be decent, but I don't know what it would add to the story, because I do genuinely think the reason we didn't get to see the Holy Knights really show out the way we were expecting to is because we're not supposed to see them show out there. Again, this is a flashback, and I think like I do understand. Like I am even complaining about an off-screen like fight right now, so like I wish like just because the narrative set it up, like literally in plain as day words, it set it up. But I would say that the Holy Knights didn't get a good show out on God Valley because we're going like Oda is still saving that card a little bit for us to deal with them in real time.
And I get that,
but like
but
it's not to. All right,
because I don't think it necessarily. Yes, it is. It's questionable on what it could add to the story, but I feel like the lack of it has taken away from the presence of this faction, because there's a lot of times where, and this happens a lot with Oda and factions and things like that. They were like the Oniwa Banshu in Wano, where he introduced like a bunch of private ninjas for Orochi, and then we never saw those dudes again. And
yeah, I couldn't have even told you what that was.
Exactly what I'm saying is like the gods.
But that's not happening with the Gods Knights. I can tell you exactly what the Gods Knights are like. They're not forgettable even on God Valley.
No, but people are treating them like they're that caliber right now because we didn't see a great showing from them, and I think that's a disservice to them as characters, legitimately.
But all right. Hear me out. At the same time, we just saw one singular God's Knight solo the entirety of Elbath, save for Scopper, Dorian Bragi, and then Loki just not physically being there with Killingham. His shadows literally soloed the entire fucking island, bro. The entire island. And these are giants, even though these are weaker versions of giants, you know, because Harold went a more pacifistic route. When you put it in that perspective, there was a skeleton molly-whopping like giant pirate ships out of the sky. Like that's just one God's Knight, let alone Sommers being there and Gunko being there, and for a moment Shamrock being there. Like, yes, we didn't get to see the Holy Knights do crazy stuff against some of the strongest people in the verse, but like that wasn't our moment to see them do that. And also, we do need to be doubting them. I think Oda wants us to be doubting them because it's very obvious they are relying so heavily on their regen that their physical power isn't really what they're focused on, which of course will end up being like their downfall. Like that's definitely going to be where their weakness is the fact that they just rely on regenerating. And once we can stop that, or slow it at least, you know, that'll be their downfall. But like, we've already been shown that they're demons, like they're real problems. And
look at Sommers and the kids in the tree, bro.
And God Valley just wasn't about that. Like, again, like God Valley was to show us that Emu is a fucking problem. And God Valley was to show us how we got here. But again, it's a flashback. I do understand wanting to see more, but we didn't have time. Like Oda just doesn't have that kind of time with the way the pacing of this already is. I would love, like Lucas said, for the anime to maybe expand on some of these moments, you know, like some of these off-screen things. Maybe we do get to see a little bit more of it and it gives us a better context. But as far as storytelling goes and what I expect from Oda manga-wise for having read now, like, I guess 2 straight arcs of the manga, like this did everything I wanted to do. We got more lore than I could have possibly imagined. Rox is like arguably one of the best written characters in all of One Piece, and probably like my favorite character in One Piece all of a sudden. And it took what, 12, 13 chapters, you know, like mourning his death. I mean, that his death hit harder than like any death pretty much since Ace. And like that's pretty crazy, you know.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Can we all agree?
The fake out death people like coping that he's still alive somehow. I'm just like, y'all.
No. Like, but can we all agree? Yeah, that was fucking tragic. Him being like, "Thank you,"
it was
and said, like, "Oh my god," and then being a Will of D member, not smiling while you die, like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Just to add one last thing before we move to further from the God's Knights thing, is that like, I get that we don't need it. I would have really liked to see it, and I think it would have been. It'd be harder for people to say like, "Oh, Garling's a bum right now." Like everyone is. There's like a shit ton of memes about it. If we got something, and I think that would be it would just make the characters feel. But
what if Garling actually is a bum?
He might be, but like that doesn't necessarily. It's like right now it's up in the air, and so many people are just inferring that off of the lack of something, and like that wouldn't. It could. It doesn't have to be like a Schrodinger's thing if we just got some more substance on it. And it's similar to situations like when Fisher Tiger broke out of Marie Joie, or when the Revs broke into Marie Joie, when it's like, where were the fuck were the God's Knights?
Yeah, what were they doing?
Not exist in those situations, and it felt like they just did not exist for 90% of God Valley.
I also do think it is kind of criminally like a disservice that the God's Knight's biggest feat on God Valley was Rox getting pissed off and being like, "Nah, y'all went after my family, y'all fucked up," and like Garling literally almost getting gojoed by freaking Rox. Like that was that that's their biggest feat is like getting stopped by Rox. It's to be.
It felt like a nothing burger.
No, I think it's like an Oda joke in the community, and he's like, actually, it's Rox upscale.
I can see it as that also, and see, my thing is if I were just reading this in a vacuum and didn't have anyone to talk about it with, it wouldn't necessarily be so much of an issue for me, because I still think that the God's Knights are menacing, and like that Garling is probably insanely strong and whatnot, but there's a lot.
Yeah, he is an elder star now.
That he's memeing. There's people memeing about like, oh, he took out 1 HP Rox, and I'm like, dude, that moment was. Well, all right, cool. Let's belittle a cool moment. Like it feels like some of these characters could have had a much better impact in that series of moments.
Second Lucas crash out time, guys. I fucking hate Agenda Piece, and people will take those memes and they'll, like, cause I said it at the beginning of this discussion as a joke, and people will take those memes and fucking run with it. Agenda Piece, like not the series, like that's its own thing, but like the actual like idea of Agenda Piece where you latch onto this whole thing. Shanks is a rat, and take like me and Cody say that all the time as a meme, but we don't seriously believe Shanks is a fucking rat.
That it's a meme. Like that's the biggest problem with comment sections and the lack of context in those. Because like, like I love me a good funny agenda post that's self-aware, you know, like I'm here for it. Like Bogard guy on TikTok is always the perfect example of like just, you know, being fully aware that this is complete and utter.
He's on YouTube now.
Yeah, let's go.
I love that he's on YouTube. And shout out the homie, funny. Man. He's awesome. But like, you're so right. Like somebody unfortunately will see an agenda comment and then think that comment is actually serious and not understand like the sarcasm in it. And then they go on to some other completely unrelated post that's not an agenda post, and they start spewing it as fact. And they say that X, Y, and Z creator said this. And it's like, dude, y'all's literacy and like context clues are completely lost. And agenda does way more damage than it's
exactly worth. And if Oda were to, and I don't think the story would be improved all around if Oda tried to cover all of his bases and leave no gaps for these people to slip in their fraud agendas for people like Dragon and Mihawk and now Garling and shit like that. He doesn't need to do that, but man, is it so annoying that some people are very unironically like taking these memes to the next level about these characters who are clearly like end of story threats. And I'm just like, man, we really got to do this whole song and dance every time Oda doesn't spell it out for you, and it's exhausting at times.
It is. And I think that's valid. I will say, like, I do think narratively what we saw and the performance we saw from Garling was supposed to downscale him to a degree. I believe that was intentional personally. Like, so again, the core of the Garling is a fraud isn't necessarily wrong or like reaching or agenda, but it'll definitely spin up because like I had to clarify this in my comments having this conversation too, is like, I do not think Garling is weak. Garling is not weak. When I say he's on fraud alert, it doesn't mean that I say that Garling is a weak character. He is an endgame character. No matter how you cut it, he's strong. All 5 Gorosei are fucking strong. There is just no argument against that, period. But, you know, if we're taking a top 10 in the verse, or just like, let's say, you know, the endgame villains, bad guys, participants, whatever, all of them, I think Garling might end up being lower in that tier than we thought he would be initially. But it doesn't mean that he's a low tier threat. He's still in the highest tiers of threats in the entire verse, maybe just on a lower scale, sitting right next to literally Emu, the god devil of the world, you know? Like, it's all about taking this all with a grain of salt. Like, Garling maybe isn't all that we thought he was, but it doesn't mean there's still a good reason why he is exactly where he is. Like, Emu isn't picking straight up fodder to be directly under him. Like there's a reason for all this.
Dude, I straight saw somebody being like, he waited until the other celestial dragons beat up Moistguard before he took him out, and like shit like that. And it's like, shut up. No. That's just how I pronounce his name, man. I'm sorry.
The Y is before the O, brother. But what's crazy is like, bro, the panel of him like walking in like it's heavy to the rest of the Gorosei, and like I'm like, this man is like, and like Oda went out of his way. There was like it's not an SBS, it's not a Viva card thing, it was a Q&A where Oda handpicked 10 questions.
Yes.
Specifically 10 questions, and every single one of them was involving like Admiral Yonko level, like individual, like end game figures, people who absolutely will be involved in the final war in some way or another. And one of them is legitimately someone asking like, hey, what's the deal with Garling? Is he strong? And Oda just goes, yeah, he's really strong. And it was like a nothing burger answer, but at the same time, it's like,
but that's there's weight.
It's so funny to me. Yeah, it's so funny to me because people are like just ignoring that. And I'm like, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, he can destroy the world. Everyone's like, fraud.
I mean, but like most of these people probably can, dude. Like everybody, like the Fraud Hawk thing. I mean, like I think Mihawk is the biggest prime example of this argument right here. Of just because we haven't seen feats, everyone wants to say, you know.
I mean, he does paint his
really
blade black.
Strong. I mean, but so does Zoro. So I'm just kidding. But like it's crazy. It's just like the simple argument, and I've said this plenty of times, like when things are stated by the narrator, they are meant to be taken like pretty damn close to literally until told specifically otherwise. So if the narrator says, you know, or like the world has this thought process of like Mihawk is the strongest swordsman in the world, we should take that at face value until we're shown otherwise, because that's the point of being told this story. Just like us believing a lot of the propaganda about Rox, that was important. Oda wanted us to believe that Rox was a savage pirate, evil, like scary. He wanted us to be completely like, you know,
terrified of him
with this propaganda, and that's the point of this story. And like I feel like a lot of times as fans, and a lot of people in the theory crafting community and people who do have agendas that they really are starting to try to like die on the hill of, like you try to read too much into a story when in these specific moments there's nothing to read into. No matter how you cut it, right now Mihawk is definitively the strongest swordsman in the world. Like that's just the way we need to think about him. That's the way we're supposed to think about him based on what Oda has presented. And then once we see Mihawk actually fight, then we can have the conversation, you know, like we can thoroughly have that conversation. And Oda will probably end that fight with us having some better or different understanding of Mihawk, but that's fucking storytelling. We're trying way too hard to force these concepts into the story that are just being blatantly and obviously shown. Like people trying to say that this is like Loki narrating the flashback. I'm like, guys, dude, like the narrator popped in. The narrator box has been a thing in One Piece since chapter 1, page 1. You think that was fucking Loki too? What are we talking about? Like,
no, I will say, since we're on agenda piece though, right? Like, Rox's hair is white and blue, guys. That buggy is his son, agenda is never gonna die.
It is not dying, dude. I saw that and I was like, oh no, here they come.
Lucas is gonna say something.
It just means that this just proves how powerful blue hockey truly is, y'all.
Oh my fucking god.
God, I can't wait till Arlong comes back.
Arlong escapes from...
I just want to know why Blackbeard just got beat with the ugly stick. Like, homie just looks so shitty compared to his dad and his mom, man. Like
he was a cute kid.
No, he fucking wasn't. Have you?
Yeah, he was.
The blue hair shit is crazy though, because he looks like Hody Jones, but no, like
yes, he looks just like Hody Jones. That's absolutely right. That is so right,
like,
bro.
Yo, I didn't know that, you know, Nefertari Davy freaking Vivi over here was related to Rox too. I didn't know.
Right?
I didn't know Nojiko was.
Nojiko is a Davy. That's why they were at that island, bro. What do you mean? That makes so much sense. Oh my god, Vex, you
so
cooked.
funny to me. I think that.
Oh my gosh, she has blue hair.
Oh my god,
that's what I was saying.
blue
hockey.
hockey.
Welcome to the conversation. But, yeah, I think.
Yeah, Cody missed some stuff.
Hey, that Jack in the Box at Thriller Bark also had blue hair. Oh my god.
Yeah,
but
that's Rox. I'm just saying that
Yo,
still
hold on,
could
are we
be
cooking?
Rox. I'm just gonna be real. I mean, I did the whole video on that, so.
I still love that theory, man.
What pisses me off the most, though, is that people come out of this thinking, like, it's not just the Garling is a fraud thing, but, like, people are like, oh, Sengoku's a bum, Garp is a bum. And I'm like, dude, can y'all just, like, quit inserting your real life shit into the story and just enjoy what Oda is clearly, like, in episode 1 of the series, we see a good person wanting to join the Marines to do good in the world.
Yeah.
This is not like
it's
Oda is obviously not writing like a cab into his story. Like put your shit to bed, leave it in the real world. This is a fantasy story with different systems in place, and it's different. Yeah, like it's just so crazy to me how many people don't understand there's nuance to this shit, and that Oda is doing a really solid job, but like he can't cover every single base, and he can't spell it out and spoon feed it to every single one of us, you know.
And people, I think it's lost on people that we have the God's eye view of this story, and everyone in this story does not have the God's eye view of the story that we have. Like Garp doesn't know everything we know. Luffy doesn't know everything we know. Emu doesn't know everything we know. Like all these things are being done. So like everyone wants to be like, oh, well, I would never do that in real life. I mean, fucking cool, dude. Do you want a pat on the back? Like, I mean, that's not even I don't feel like that's a conversation worth having in a fantasy world like this. Like this is, you know, let's play in the rules that have like the bumpers that have been set up for this story. And just go about that. Like I don't give a fuck if you'd have dinner with Garp, you know, at your house or not. That's not important. Like it really isn't. Garp is one of the best fucking written characters in One Piece because of all of like the conversation that's been able to come up around him. And with this most recent panel with Sengoku and everything, getting that point of view of like, oh, Sengoku is the kind of Marine that we're all really talking about when like the all Marines are evil conversation comes up. Like that's the example.
He's had 38 years to grow, and like honestly, in Dressrosa, the conversation that you had with Law, I still adore that moment. I absolutely love Sengoku for that. I hate him for other reasons, but like you could. That's the thing is with a dynamic character, you can have it's not always white and black. There's the shades to this shit. There's levels to this shit.
Look at Garp, dude.
Nuance
in this flashback.
And people want to just paint a character black because X or Y, and I'm just like, that's so reductive, and that's not at all the way that Oda writes his story. And you're depreciating the value of one of the greatest stories of all time.
All of these people out here being like, Garp is complicit to the slavery and the killing of these people and blah, 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 blah. And all of the, literally 90% of the people I saw saying that changed their minds the minute he said, but who would protect the other Marines? Like the minute he said that, they're like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, because everything's not black and white in this world. There's hard decisions and there's like, it's ridiculous.
I still think you can say that Garp didn't necessarily make the right choice all the way through. Like that's not.
Of course,
I don't think any of us are even arguing that when you say something like that, Lucas. Like, yeah, dude. Like most of us probably would have done what Dragon did, or honestly, most of us probably wouldn't have been there in the first place. You know, like there's a bunch of different things like that. Just let the story tell the story. You know,
I mean, at the end of the day, trust Oda. Straight up trust
those
Oda.
aren't the main character. Yeah, those aren't the main character. Those aren't supposed to be the people making the perfect choices, you know. And like even Luffy won't do that 100%
makes
of the time.
Perfect choice. It's boring.
Sun Jing Woo made the perfect choice every time.
Well, yeah. No one beats the GOAT MC of all time. But
Arise.
Okay, Crunchyroll.
But no. I fully agree, boys. Like just Agenda Piece is getting out of hand. It has been out of hand quite.
It burns me up, man. I'll be on VC with Cube and just like screaming about shit because it's just so like it gets into my brain and fucking makes me angry. Yeah. Like
I've had to remind myself, like, I pride myself in trying to respond to every comment I get because, like, doing this content creation thing is about interacting with people and, like, I'm starting conversations. So, like, I want to actually have that conversation. I owe it to the people watching my videos and commenting to, like, engage with them.
Of course.
But, like, I've had to reel that in so much recently because, like, luckily, my videos have been doing well and I've been getting a lot more interaction. But, like, the amount of just actual brain dead stuff that I just have to, like, I start typing a book and then I'm like, what am I doing? Actually, I need to stop. I need to just let this go. I need to not even like the comment.
This person obviously he doesn't read One Piece.
Engage with you. Yeah. That's been... and it's just like that with like a lot of anime. Obviously, I mean, fandoms are annoying in every capacity, or in every like fandom. So like it's always going to be a thing, but like I just realized certain things I just don't need to fight that fight, and if I do want to, I can just make a whole video on it and then let them continue fighting in the comments. You know,
that's been a lot of my experience in the community recently. Since taking like a bit of a step back, I was like full throating One Piece theories for like several years, and now I'm like kind of just I'm chill on it because it got a bit exhausting at a point because it was like it was like you would either see one end of the spectrum where everyone's like this was a 6 billion out of 10 chapter. I'm like, why do you even have a scale? Like, don't do that. Don't do it. Doesn't make and like or people just saying every single chapter is a 10 out of 10. Every single chapter is a 10 out of 10. And like I'm like, oh, okay, calm down. And people saying like, oh, there's no way that Oda could have made a mistake. It had to have been deliberate. I'm like, okay, calm down. Let's be realistic. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where there's a ton of people who are like, Oda's washed. This character's a bum, this character's a fraud, this my agenda didn't come true, so I'm mad and I'm gonna just it's just been so interesting to that's why I love having these conversations with you guys because we can actually have like a legitimate discourse without it like coming back because so much of the community that I've interacted with fairly recently has been a ton of those two like
it's just dying on hills kind of people. They're like no it's this way or no other way.
There was a member in the Eternal Dawn community recently that said something a bit controversial, but I think is correct, in that they're waiting for the people who only started watching One Piece and getting into One Piece because of the hype of Wano to stop watching One Piece, because that's what's like kind of poisoning the community, which is crazy because I know me, Jacoby, and Vex all caught up in Wano, but we're people who actually enjoy the series. We take it as it is. We trust Oda.
Top to bottom. I'm not watching it because of pretty animation. Like a lot of those people actually legitimately are. Like,
when they get mad because Zoro didn't get 15 fucking hyper moments every fucking episode.
As long as Helmeppo sits atop the empty throne at the end of the story, I'll be a happy lad. That's that. But Jacoby.
Okay.
You just want to see those cheeks again.
There's worse characters. I mean, but, you know,
hey, cheek friction in peak fiction. If you know,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I do want to wrap this up with, as a One Piece fan, I think One Piece has like never been better.
Agreed.
I know I'm not like valid in saying that as I haven't been here for like 35 years like Cody has, but like. Having read all of Egghead and now all of this at this point, and just like being able to go through this journey, like I think lore wise, content wise, information wise, like God Valley, like overall with everything past having been said, I think it more than shined. I think it more than delivered on what like the fandom as a whole wanted information wise. I think this Herald flashback is giving us such great context in so many different like places. It opened this world up so much more and gave us like literally, I mean, like more direct answers than I feel like Oda really ever gives us in like one kind of like swing. Oda really was like, you know what, let me actually like tell this story, as opposed to like,
he said, hold up, let me write.
Yeah. So I just want to wrap this up with like, dude, I think One Piece is on all-time high. And you know, the fact that we have this level of arguing on the internet and people talking about it is just kind of like proof that One Piece is killing it. Because no matter how you cut it, this is like stirring up more conversation in anime than any other singular anime or manga right now. And
even among detractors, there's people whose whole personality in anime groups and stuff like that is to trash One Piece.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
legitimate.
I've in my comments. They come in every single video just to stir up shit in every comment.
Still can't beat Luffy. I still can't beat Goku.
Like 2 decades ago, that was me. #decades. Like, but I've
decades,
me,
baby.
I've sinned. I did not know. And now I
used to call it Pirate Dragon Ball Z and said I didn't want to watch it. So I get it. Like,
I'm actively trying to get like 3 or 4 people into One Piece right now that are just like in my IRL life, and like 2 of them are really considering it, and I'm like, brother, yes. Like,
bro, my roommate's in the front room watching Whole Cake Island right now.
I love that
because of me. Like,
but we obviously could talk very passionately about that series for quite a while, but we did have a bit of homework that we had to get through last.
Ooh. Yeah, we did.
Last episode, we were.
This did not pass it, guys. I'm joking.
It did not pass the 3
Angels of Death.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect it to, but I wanted to see what y'all said.
This shit was ass. This shit. I'm gonna rip that Band-Aid off. This shit was booty cheeks, Jacoby. What the fuck?
Full disclosure. Good. I do have reasonings for doing this. I really just like, this was like a litmus test because I wanted to see what was up, and also like a callback for my own self. I watched this eons ago, dude. Like whenever.
Decades?
Yeah, not decades.
Not eons. Eons, dude. You gotta go even farther. And well before I was critical on anime. I like the overall story that this one tells. Like being honest, like me knowing what it is front to back, I like the overall story. And I do like dark stories. I'm not gonna sit here and even say this is a banger, but it was definitely something that was interesting. And honestly, I really just did this because I want to hear what you guys have to think about that.
Oh my
I rewatched
God,
those episodes again, and yeah, you know,
I
took notes. I wanted to be, but
I took a lot of notes.
I didn't take as many notes as these two, so I'll go first, I guess. I did enjoy some of the character designs, like Eddie in episode 2 and 3. Like, I thought that was a pretty sweet design and whatnot. But this story, I feel like they were trying too fucking hard. Because, like, Steins Gate's a perfect example of a series that starts out very what the fuck is happening. And I would never recommend that for a 3-episode test, because it does take more to understand fully how great that fucking show is. And I feel like this tried to be like that in the way of, like, this is a mystery. They're in this fucking building. Ooh, spooky. Yeah. Everyone's a killer on the floor and stuff like that. And then the dialogue was not the best. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, man.
I have no attachment to the main character at all. And Zach is annoying. I'm just gonna be real. I'm glad. I was so scared I was gonna come on this episode and be like, guys, this is the first one that didn't pass the test for me. I forced myself through episode 3 if I'm being honest. Like,
Same,
me and Vex, we watched episode 3 together today.
I watched it like 2 days ago, and then I hopped into VC with him. I'm like, hey, I'm in the middle of episode 3, and I was like,
yeah, and we like, dead ass. We tried to start it 3 times, and we talked about Modulo, we talked about One Piece, and then we talked about something else that I don't even remember, but I wish I could, because I don't like talking about this. This shit made me upset. I was just like, man, I really just have this on right now. Let's get these notes out. These are some pretty memorable things. I really love what I wrote down. Rachel has amnesia. This is contrived as fuck. Rachel has something wrong with her. Why is being dead pitiful, bitch? This is my favorite one. Why does Asta have a safe site? No. Like the tool they use to harvest wheat, a scythe.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have a lot more in-depth notes.
Why does the building ask Rachel questions? Is the building alive? Monster house? Question mark.
I did have one more thing. Oh my God. Cody making me laugh almost made me forget it. Hold on 1 second. It was really, really tiny. Oh, there was one scene where he starts destroying the graves, I think it was. And like they put over the filter and then they just covered the whole fucking screen with like blood splatters. And I was like, why? Yeah. He's not even killing people. Like he's just breaking some rocks, dude. They're just like, I was like, why did they do this? No. This is such a weird choice.
That's just their go-to transition is blood splatter.
The scene where she's talking to Eddie and Eddie's just standing there.
I swear to God.
And no, but the scene where she's talking to Eddie and he's just standing there, and then Zach starts yelling through the wall, and then she's like, "Okay, well, if that's the case, then swing as hard as you can at the wall right here, right now." And then like he swings, and the perfect doorway sized hole just is the only part of the wall that breaks, and none of the rocks.
Oh, you're cutting in now.
Who is standing? Am I?
Yes,
you were cutting it in and out
okay.
a little bit.
None of the rocks from like when he demolished this wall hit her at all. She's standing 2 inches from the wall that he just smashed, and she's just perfectly fine.
Yeah, I laughed really hard at that moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
and not in a good like this is funny like in a what?
I didn't even react. That's how fucking like that's how this was first monitor for me.
It was first monitor for all of us, Cody. It was our homework. Like we had to watch this like intently. Like, you
think I put Psychopaths on the first monitor when I've already seen it? You're crazy.
Oh my God,
I did.
Wild.
I did as well. Yeah,
I've seen it like 4 times that I first monitored that shit. But no, okay. My notes. First note I have is the sound mixing is absolutely crazy on this shit because I had everything at what I thought was a normal volume, and I was like getting into like the very confusing first bits where Rachel's just stumbling in and she sees like this like bloody bird, and then all of a sudden my fucking headphones literally top out, and like I'm just like, what the like I had to like reassess my entire life after hearing this like scythe smash down on this fucking bird or some shit.
Dude, that's an issue I've ran into like doing Patreon reactions. Like these older anime have such like horrendous mixing. It is insane.
Dude, it was bad. So that was crazy. And then I said first we had Psycho Asta, and now we have Jeepers Creepers Shinra, which was really good. So many of the voice actors are just MCs from like other shonen, which is really funny. Then we have what else? Pretty wild way to end episode 1. This character writing is ... a choice.
Yep.
I put Zach is insufferable, and there's no reason at all for him to keep Rachel alive after the first 3 minutes of episode 2. Zero, just none. And there's zero reason until I guess he swears to God that for her to just not just take the offer to get killed by Eddie or whatever. Like it just seems so crazy. And like literally Eddie's like, I know your whole life story. I know all about your mom and your dad and this building and everything. And she's like, oh really? Tell me about it. He's like, that's not important.
That's not important.
No, that's literally exactly what's important right now.
That's kind of everything we need to know about.
Just to bring up the mood a little bit, I just had to walk out into my kitchen for a second. My roommate is about to watch Big Mom eat all those kids. I just wanted to
oh my God, dude.
All bringing up the mood.
You're walking out to a traumatized homie.
What do you mean? That's hilarious.
But I think that, I don't know, there's just a lot of like things that the characters do where they're interacting with each other that just make zero fucking sense. And the dialogue just contradicts their actions and things like that. And I'm like, this seems really weird. And it's like there's like the intrigue of like, oh, why are we here? How does she have amnesia?
Now,
what happened to her parents? What is this whole house? Who are these people and all that? And like, the
why is there one on each floor?
Well, the intrigue itself is interesting, but
agreed.
It's like it's more compelling than like the suspense that they're going for, because a lot of this is set up to be very horrorcore, like Saw and like Hostel and like shit like that, where it's like, oh, there's bloodstains all over the place and there's like really like flickering lights, and it's they're going really out of their way to theme like this like horror suspense kind of schmooze all over every single corner and nook and cranny of this series. None of that is really gripping to me as much as the intrigue of all of these questions that we don't have answers to. But after seeing the things that I've seen, I just don't trust that they will answer these questions in a satisfying way. So there's intrigue there for sure. There's suspense there for sure. I don't think they're going to be or have been executed properly. So this to me does not at all pass the 3-episode test.
Super
but
valid.
And I said this to Cody. And this is like the last thing I'll say for right now, is that if you vouch right now and tell me it has a solid ending, I will finish it.
Yeah, same actually.
Yeah. Cody, go ahead, and I'll
like give it the benefit of the doubt. I did when looking up the voice actor for Zach, because I was like, I don't want to get this wrong and be like, oh my god, it's just someone who's loud and annoying. I don't want to like mischaracterize Austin like that. But I did see that this anime did also originally was a video game, and seeing that, I could see the formula working much more suited to that environment. But as it is translated to an anime and a manga, surprisingly, what the fuck? I don't see it. But if you vouch for it, it's worth 16 episodes, I'd say. If you think it
just resolves so itself. Crazy. Because she finds out her parents are dead, apparently, and that's like her 13th reason why. But she won't like take her own life for some reason.
Because God.
And apparently,
no, not for some reason, Vex. Because of God.
Yeah.
Because God means a whole lot out of nowhere.
She became so annoyingly self-deprecating, and like even Zach called her out, like, you're starting to sound like a broken record, because every other sentence she says is like, but you swore you'd kill me. And like, I'm like, bitch, just fucking stop.
Why is your face so boring?
But it's like, it already felt.
Can't kill you looking like that.
Yeah, because of the amnesia, it's like it's already a slippery slope. Like Cody has said, like this it can be very easily done poorly. But then you add this where she's like, she has given up on herself, and I'm just like, okay, well then I'll give up. Like, what's the point of me like wanting to continue on to watch you? Like, if you have like zero potential trajectory from this, and like I don't have faith that Zach is gonna carry, because he's, like I said earlier, insufferable right now. So I don't know if it gets good, let me know. But from where we're at right now, absolutely
this is where I'm at,
continuing.
and this is kind of the context for it. I think everything y'all said is fair, and honestly, not even something I didn't expect. Like I really was curious to see, like, it. I watched these 3 episodes. Like, I didn't watch these 3 episodes before recommending it again. I did it like afterwards. But this is something that I watched like in like a weird time of my life. I will say the ending, I like the character development by the end of it, and that's kind of what made me remember this show as much as it is. And like, not to get like super dark, but like on the concept of homegirl not really having the will to live, and then like then you have like this other just complete and utter broken psycho, and like the dichotomy of these characters. I think my thing with Angels of Death is I like the concept of it way more than I like the actual execution. I love the concept of a tower and like the mystery behind it, like Vex was saying. I liked slowly meeting like the enemies on each floor, and like the different types of psychos, and like I do love like a dark, edgy, like horror kind of aesthetic that I don't feel like we get very much in anime these days, because those just aren't the more popular stories. So like I like something that's like as dark and willing to be as violent as this is, and dealing with like darker concepts. But I totally agree in the execution isn't necessarily there. Originally, I watched it in sub, and I will say, having gone back and watched it in English, doesn't hit nearly as hard in English, to be honest with you.
And they have an all-star cast.
They do, and it's got a good. That's what I'm saying. It's got a good cast. But, there was something about the Japanese version that did a little bit better for this. From at least what I remember for sure.
When I watched it in the dub, I had the Japanese subtitles on, and they changed a bunch of Zach's dialogue. And when I would read the dialogue and listen to what he was saying, the dialogue I was reading didn't sound that bad. You know what I mean? But what he was saying was really fucking cheesy. And I was like, I bet this hits better in Japanese. So you saying that reaffirms that to me.
That is one thing that I could definitely say. Like, Zach is an insane character and pretty insufferable for the vast majority of it. Don't get me wrong. Like, that is his character, the way it's portrayed. But it comes off a lot better in the Japanese version with what he's saying than it like in English. In English, he feels a lot more childish. In Japanese, he feels more adult, but obviously still insanely like unhinged. I like the story progression that these two go through during it. In my total honest opinion, I'm not going to push you guys to watch the back 13 or whatever's left at this point. I don't think it will be that good to where you guys would be like, hell yeah, I'm happy I put the time in. I do think you guys, if we switched to sub and like did like watch it all through, I don't think it would be something that y'all hate by the end of it. But I definitely don't think it's like, you know, banger, like you know, top tier or anything. And this was really just like kind of something to be like, you know what, let's go back to this in like a time of my life where I was kind of like, you know, like I watched that in a spot where I was kind of going through that stuff. So I was like, I can kind of connect to the dark place that homegirl's in, and like seeing somebody find a reason to live is you know, an enjoyable arc, much like, you know, a Robin arc and stuff like that. The problem is though, we have much better versions of it, like Robin, you know, in One Piece and all that. So this is one that I would love to see somebody else take this idea and do it. Like if we had like people who like Mappa, and we had like the people who are creating the worlds of like these dark, like the dark trio of like JJK or Hell's Paradise or Chainsaw Man, I think they could take this concept and really do it right. But again, I think this is a conglomerate of great ideas with not optimal execution.
Yeah, it's funny. You know who animated it, by the way?
JC Staff, baby.
Your favorite studio. I'm sorry.
I feel like
and it's better
three
than
of us
One
crashed
Punch
out.
Man.
Yeah, I feel like three of us crashed out earlier about the same studio, and then three of us crashed out about this a little bit too. That's crazy. Parallels, baby.
They're on a roll. But no, it was. I don't, like I said, if you vouch for it, I'll watch it, and I'm not gonna be mad if I have a differing take or anything. Like if you think I'll enjoy it, I'll watch it. But as a standalone left to my own devices, ain't no way I'm going to episode 4. I probably wouldn't have ever gone to episode 2. You know what I mean?
If it's like that, I will easily concede that I don't think you should keep watching it, because it's not going to get that much better. It does get better, and it does tell a decent story. Is it that much though? And with as much other thing that we have, you know, to watch, is it worth, you know, taking up space on your second or third monitor? Nah, probably not.
It's a fourth monitor anime.
It's third monitor. I wouldn't give it fourth.
I'll just check out a YouTube short.
Hey, shout out to Redro Jet for week 6 or 7. 6-7.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, boys, I apologize for giving y'all some ass meat to watch.
It's fine. No. Listen, I'm glad because
we can't have
we've had nothing
hits,
right? We've had nothing but hits, and I like when Cody was sitting down to watch it. Well, go ahead.
I fell off link click.
Yeah,
I can.
So that's okay.
But
when Cody specifically sat down to watch and told me he was watching this, I was like, I think Jacoby gave this to us knowing it was not a pass, because that's the thing is, we can't have all bangers. We can't.
I didn't expect this to be a pass, but I did expect some fun conversation out of it, and I think we got that.
Yeah. And that's perfect. It doesn't need to be a top 10 anime for you to assign it to homework. That's like a part of the fun. And like, what if one of us did enjoy it, and like, we could have like that kind of conversation. So I think it's totally cool. Do not apologize. That's like the whole nature of the test.
No, this shit was buns. I'm glad you gave apology accepted. I'm taking it.
Cody said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, fuck you, dude. You really wrecked my day on this.
I think it's really funny because it's so rare that Cody first monitors an anime.
I was really pissed. I was so happy to go to Campfire cooking right after this. I immediately.
He's on Isaac, or he's like hitting the rift or something. I don't. He does. It's been so crazy how many peak series I've watched with him, and he's like, oh yeah, hold on, let me lock in, run that.
I wanted to give the homework, and I thought maybe like, oh man, this is gonna be a hitter. It's gonna be a sleeper, at least by the 3rd episode. Like,
that's what I thought too, man. I got through for episode 1, and I was like, that was an episode, and then I started watching episode 2, and I was like, okay, this is a cool character design, and then I was like, I gotta watch episode 3.
Okay, but I mean, it wasn't. No, man, it was pretty bad. I don't know.
I give it like a 4 out of 10.
I don't need you guys to gas it up at all. Trust me.
Yeah, see, that same brain cell, baby.
Yeah. It is. It's on my anime list right now. I gave it a 4. That's crazy. But with that being out of the way, we do
Game
have
time.
a mini game.
Game
Jacoby,
time.
being the winner who assigned us our homework, is now in charge of hosting this week's game, and whoever wins that game will get to assign homework to the other three. So this is going to be pretty fun.
I just want to
What you
remind
got
the
cooked up for us,
audience
buddy?
I was robbed last time. Just gonna say it.
Robbed, he says. Cry about it. You guys got to watch some Peak because of it, so.
Oh, okay. This coming from the guy that loves Togenaki.
Huge fucking Togenaki fan, guys. We really should have just ran that back.
I like how you've become so much of an unk that you're like, oh, if I roll with the joke, it'll finally not get funny. Like you finally reached that unk status.
Yeah, I might as well just. I just gotta,
Cody,
6'7".
Cody
that's
unironically
you,
6'7".
6'7", just violently whipping your hands for like half the stream.
Because it's funny.
It's only Cody.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right, guys. So we got a fun game, a nice and simple one. Just to piggyback off of One Punch Man setting history for having the lowest single rated episode of an anime ever on IMDb. We're going to play a very simple game that is guess which one is rated higher on IMDb. And I'm going to give you 2 anime. And this is within the top 100 anime on IMDb specifically. And I will give you 2, and you guys have to guess which one you think is rated higher, closest to first place, of course. The way we'll do the scoring is if everybody gets it right, you get 1 point. If only one person gets it right, that person gets 2 points. And I've set up a good amount of these. If for some reason we end up stuck in a stalemate, I have more pulled up that we can do, but I think we'll be able to get through this. Basically, I'll say it. Each one of you just put in like which one you think is higher, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So we're typing it in the chat.
Yeah. You can type it in the chat if you guys want, or you could just say it. Honestly, it's not like it's not something that you need to like steal your answers. Just whatever y'all think, really. Did someone mention Door to Darkness? Door to Darkness?
Good slur. Hold on. What?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh my god. You cannot have
Monkey Lover is such a good. I just saw where that came from. I was like, I don't know how good Quirk came out, but yeah.
Guys are funny.
That is actually crazy right now. Monkey Lover is actually brutal. In this day and age, dude, is crazy.
Stop saying it. You sound like Frieza when you say it.
I thought he said honky lover.
No, I just imagine Master Uruguay staring out at the sunset going,
honky lovers.
Oh my god, dude.
Hello, unkies.
So let's get this one started with a fun one since we got the homegirl Mel in here. Let's get it started. So, which anime is ranked higher on IMDb? And this is the entirety of the anime, not singular episodes. Gintama or OG Naruto? So, not Shippuden, OG Naruto.
Are we typing
Gintama.
this in the Discord chat, or what are we doing?
You can just say it out loud. It doesn't really matter.
Gintama for sure.
Gintama,
All right.
yeah.
Everybody says Gintama, and they are all correct. Gintama is actually at number 28 on the top 100, which is
Let's go.
higher than I thought it was going to be for what it is, but I respect
being
the hell
in
out
your
of
community
that.
and interacting with Mel. I now know Gintama fans are so diehard.
Deep. Yeah, dude. Like, they
it's
ride for it.
admirable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think we need to get Mel some help. Girl, please. Please.
Yeah, dude. For real. But all right, so guys, I want y'all to guess. This is going to be the second half of this. Not for points, but just to see. So Gintama's number 28. Where do you think OG Naruto is?
43.
78.
Cody?
OG Naruto?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, 60th.
Dude,
6,
Vex almost nailed it. It's at 80. Like, that
Wait,
is
wow.
it's up there, dude. Like, I'm not saying I expected it to be anywhere near top 10 just with all of it, but like, OG Naruto being all the way back at 80 kind of surprised me for how big it is. All right. I got the next one for you guys. Let's go. Which one is higher? Jujutsu
Here we go,
Kaisen
punch fire.
or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Wait, which season of JoJo's?
All of it as
It
a
has it all.
series, I
It
think.
has it all as a collective
Ooh,
series.
if we're
Ooh, fuck,
lumping it all
dude.
together, I think JJK. I'm gonna say JJK.
Yeah, I'm gonna say JJK as well. It kind of popped off.
It has to be JoJo's. JoJo's fans are crazy.
They are,
Jujutsu
that's
Kaisen
true.
is at 51st place, and JoJo's is at 52nd place. It is Jujutsu
What?
Kaisen.
Oh, let's go!
I know.
Are you
Are
you keeping track of score or
Yeah.
are we
I'm
our own
keeping
score?
track of
Okay,
score.
good.
I got it over here. So
Got it,
right
got it.
now,
We
Vex
both
is
have
at
two,
first,
Cody has one.
is one behind. Yeah. Cody, I'm sorry, brother. I had to put that one on there because I was kind of blown away by it. Like, I really genuinely expected JoJo's to be higher for the same reason Gintama is, with like the fans being such diehard fans.
No, we
JJK
suck.
JJK fans are like there. I mean, there was like, there's just like it became global and like.
Listen, we already all know about the Naoya fan who voted all those times for the popularity contest, buying over 200 volumes of the same manga to make sure they were top 10.
Oh yeah, that is crazy. Actually, that is crazy.
For Naoya, like
yeah, for what for that
yeah.
character? All right, so the one lightly we've been waiting for because it's kind of part of this whole game. Which one is higher, Demon Slayer or One Punch Man?
Oh God.
Oh,
I
Demon
would probably
Slayer.
say Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, yeah.
Wrong, boys.
Oh man.
One Punch Man is at 34 and Demon Slayer is at 35.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Who made this
insane,
list?
Right?
Did they only
The
see
people-
season 1?
It's people.
Yeah, basically.
It's the
basically,
people.
dude.
Yeah.
It really is crazy, dude. Like, most of these aren't going to be as close. I tried to not pick too many that close, but I had to do some of those because I was like blown away looking at the list. I'm like, holy shit! Like, how was that there? Like, Demon Slayer clears, especially just with the amount of anime we've gotten. Like, even if One Punch Man stayed at the same quality it did for like its first like season, it only has 2.5 seasons out, while Demon Slayer has like 3.5 seasons out right now. Like,
It's a series that's carried by its animation. And then a series that has no animation.
Has none
for the
whatsoever.
third season. Yeah, for the third season at least. That's so funny.
yeah. All right, next one. Which one is higher, Solo Leveling or Samurai Champloo?
Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo.
For sure.
Solo
There's
Leveling.
No way. No, don't say
No,
it.
there's no way.
Arise.
Shush.
Cody is back in the lead, baby.
Brother.
Are y'all ready for the disparity?
Are we all tied right now?
No.
Let me aura
So
farm
Cody
a
was
little
at
bit.
1 and y'all were at 2, but since both of y'all got it wrong, and Cody got it
Oh
right, he
shit,
gets
that's
2
right. He
points.
gets 2, so he's
Cody's up
ahead
to
now.
3 Yeah, so Solo Leveling is at 36th place. So literally, it's like Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, then One Punch Man all in a row. Samurai Champloo is at 60.
That's crazy.
Fucking 60. Way
That's
too
wild.
high for that, dude. Or
Arise.
low, whichever way. Like, yeah, like Solo Leveling obviously has recency bias, but that's crazy, dude. Samurai Champloo
That
is
is
such a legend. Dude.
Fucking
It
nuts
just
to
also
me.
has a lot of normies. Like
Arise.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay,
boys.
Crunchyroll.
Next one. Which one is higher, Monster or Dragon Ball? The OG one, not Dragon Ball Z.
Monster.
No, it's Dragon Ball.
I'll say Dragon Ball also.
Ooh, Lucas taking it this time. Monster is well respected on IMDb. It is at number 23. Like,
It should be higher. It should
Probably.
Let's go, Vex!
It's so good.
But Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball, is down to 57.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
because
crazy.
there's
More
not a
people watch
good
Z.
actual storing of audio because they actually saved the audio to the video file, so all the audio is actually ass in OG Dragon Ball. Just read the manga
Don't-
because Akira Toriyama's a better mangaka than anyone can animate.
Cody, you know if you do this, you're gonna send Lucas down a rabbit hole, and I'm gonna ask him to please don't, and let's just move on to the next round.
It's gonna happen. Okay, boys, we ready?
Yeah, but can Tenma beat Goku?
Probably.
Probably. Didn't Goku have heart disease? He could probably help Goku.
All I'm gonna say, Dieter clears Goku.
Gritter clears
Naruto
Goku.
doesn't.
Go
All right,
ahead,
boys.
Jake. Sorry.
I
Which
should
one
get
is
out of here
higher,
before he yells at me again.
Evangelion or ReZero?
Ooh.
It's
Neon
man.
Genesis Evangelion. There's no way.
I really do want to say that, but
I do too, but
yeah, I'll go with Evangelion.
I'll go with ReZero just to see what happens.
The one person who has not seen ReZero.
I know you haven't even seen ReZero, have you? That's crazy.
I haven't.
ReZero is great, but this is diabolical, and this one hurt me. Evangelion is at 53.
Crazy.
And this is like the original run. It's not including the movies. It's just the OG run. ReZero is at 39.
Wow.
ReZero holds that one. And when I saw that, I was literally blown away. Like absolutely blown away.
I do rank ReZero higher on my list, but I just thought that the consensus would be different. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought so too. But then I was like
higher, and I also didn't think the consensus would be this. I really thought Evangelion was going to be in like the top like 25. Like I expected that, and I was blown away.
I mean, like an angel. Source of death.
Shut the fuck up.
For real. All right, so Lucas is in a pretty heavy lead. You boys are going to have to lock in, get some luck on your side. Let's see if we can get some points back on the board for you boys. One Piece or Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War?
Ooh.
I'll go with 1,000-Year Blood War.
I'm going to go with One Piece.
I haven't watched One Piece. I have to go with 1,000-Year Blood War.
What an insane statement there, Cody.
I know.
Lucas is taking a heavy lead, boys. Lucas is taking a heavy lead. So One Piece is number 3 on the list.
I knew it was in the top 5. I did know it was in the top 5.
Yeah.
What I'm blown away at is Bleach also being in the top 5. Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War is number 5.
I knew they both were up there, but I couldn't remember. Not that I looked at this list or anything like that, but I do spend some time on IMDb.
Like a half a year ago, I looked at One Piece on IMDb, and I knew it was rated pretty fairly high across the board, but there were some stinkers.
There's some big boy stinkers in One Piece, but One Piece succeeds because it has
sheer volume.
Sheer volume, exactly.
It
still has so many chances to have over a 9.0 like rating, so I think that's it. All right, boys, which one is higher, Code Geass or Steins Gate?
Steins Gate.
100%.
I also am gonna go with Steins Gate.
Steins Gate is the higher one. Steins Gate is sitting at 15, and Code Geass is sitting at 25. I feel like those are pretty properly rated. I haven't watched Steins Gate, but I know the conversation.
You need to.
I know.
Should.
So that's +1 for Vex and +1 for Lucas. Cody, we need you to lock in, brother, but also Vex too. You guys are at the same spot. It's fine.
Brother, I'm trying.
What's the scores right now?
No, I'm not.
So right now, Cody and Vex are at 3, and Lucas is at 9. Lucas has quite the run. I could up the ante, take it from Lucas like we always do right at the very end.
Please don't.
Yeah.
We really shouldn't. Please don't.
No, we're going to keep this one going. And chat, I really appreciate you guys playing along with this. This was a fun one and kind of blew my mind. Let's get back to one that we were just talking about. Pretty relevant. Which one is higher, Violet Evergarden or Link Click?
Definitely Violet Evergarden.
Violet Evergarden.
Link Click for sure.
Vex, as the contrarian, you did it, brother. I was very surprised by this. I was surprised that Link Click was in the top 100 in the first place, just because I didn't think it was going to be like that.
It was huge. Apparently, it was huge. It flew under my radar until you put me on. But yeah, it was enormous.
It had its moment, dude. Violet Evergarden is at 82, which is diabolical. It deserves to be so much higher.
Rough.
It just like that's crazy. Like that's crazy to me. And Link Click is at 62.
Damn.
And I'll be honest, this is gonna be a hot take. I like Link Click better than I like Violet Evergarden, but I think
agree.
Violet Evergarden deserves its
flowers. Yeah.
Like it's great, but yeah. Just a couple more, boys. We are almost through it, just to see what other kind of points we can put on the board. Vex is now at 5, Cody 3, Lucas 9. Which one is rated higher, Frieren or Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. It's got to be. Actually, wait. Now I'm second guessing myself.
I'm gonna go with Toei money again.
Yeah, I'm I'm gonna go with Frieren. it was kind of a cultural phenomena, like within the
So
anime
we got
scene.
free run from you, Lucas. Cody, did you say Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I did.
And
Everyone
Vex?
remembers freaking Fusion.
I said free run right out the gate before you even
Free run out the
finished
gate?
saying Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I said free run.
The answer is Frieren, guys. Frieren is 9, and Dragon Ball Z is 14.
Yeah.
So yeah, Frieren was a phenomenon, and the numbers show, dude. Frieren being in top 10 is actually pretty crazy to think about.
No, it's believable.
I mean, I think it's worthy and believable, but like when you think about how quickly it entered that top 10 with only having one season, when we're thinking about the other things that are in this top 10 and how much more content and time they have, and this was able to just come through and do that, that's just an impressive dub. I like to see it. Got to show them some love. All right, boys, which is higher, Cowboy Bebop or Death Note?
Death Note.
I'm gonna say Death Note as well. Cowboy Bebop is phenomenal and everything, but a lot more, once again, normies get into anime because of Death Note. It is known as like the starter.
I'll be the contrarian again.
Yeah.
All right, Vex, you're saying Bebop?
Yes, sir.
It is Death Note, guys. Death Note is number 8.
Right.
Bebop is number 10.
Damn, they're both really high up there.
I know, right? Like super high up there. So I put some more points on Cody's board. Well done, brother. Well done. But yeah,
Naruto's at 80. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy.
isn't that crazy? Like when we're actually looking at what this top 10 is versus like what's at 80 and stuff. Alrighty, boys. Which one is higher, Yu Yu Hakusho or Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
Wait, that's top 100.
That's top
Yu-Gi-Oh!
100,
Abridged
brother.
is top
It's
100.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Hold on.
I-
As a stan of the Little Karibo, I have always stan, and I've stan episode 53 for the end of fucking time because the fucking Atlas tournament is one of the greatest moments in his career. It is Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged.
I
Hands
think
down.
Cody's correct, actually, because of the way you said it and just the fact that it's on there at all.
I'm gonna go with Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho is at 67 on the top 100 list.
6-7.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is at 47 on the top
What
100
the-
list. It's in the top 50, y'all. It is in the
Y'all are
top...
sleeping.
It's so
Like,
crazy.
and real talk, shout out to Cube of the Red Sea. Me and him have actually had like a 2-hour in-depth conversation about the impact that Little Karibo and the Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series has had on the actual like Yu-Gi-Oh! Landscape. Y'all are like, it is a cultural phenomenon, and y'all are sleeping on it. I highly recommend it. It is so worth your time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in
It's the
years.
second monitor. It is so good.
Dude, I rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. One of my roommates is just a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! fan. Me and him have been playing the card game and stuff again recently. And yeah, it's a bop, dude. I support what Cody's saying. I can't ever put Yu-Gi-Oh! Above Yu Yu Hakusho, but like, isn't that fucking crazy? When I saw that and it's sitting at 40, it's in the top 50, dude. That's wild, dude. That's wild. All right, guys. I have I think I have two more for us to wrap this up. What is higher, Kingdom or Vinland Saga?
Ooh,
Gotta
this is
be.
insane. This is insane.
Wait.
matchup.
Anime? Oh fuck. Hold on.
Anime.
Oh.
It's
Vinland
gotta
Saga.
be. It's gotta be Vinland. I'm gonna say it. It's gotta be Vinland.
If it's anime, it's Vinland Saga.
Yeah, it's gotta be Vinland.
All right, everybody says Vinland Saga.
Hell yeah.
You guys are correct. Vinland Saga is number 12, and Kingdom is number 13. They're literally neck and neck on this list.
That's crazy.
insane.
Kingdom's really good. The story is fucking phenomenal.
And the Kingdom fans are diehards, dude. Much like y'all were saying with Gintama and everything else. Kingdom fans ride for Kingdom, dude. They
It's
ride.
super. I got into it because of another homie had recommended me to it. Ragnar. He said it was
Shout out Ragnar.
And that would take me. It would take me a minute to get through, which it has. Like I think I'm on like chapter 600 something. I mean,
God
like
dang.
it's
massive,
it's good. It's really good.
No,
I
I feel
highly
like
recommend it.
Who got into it
I've
just
heard-
like glazes it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the manga. I've heard very mixed things about the anime, but Vinland Saga's
agreed.
anime is
Insanity. Yeah.
All right, boys. The last one, really just for the fun, because Lucas has just fucking cleared this game. But which one is rated higher? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Attack on Titan?
Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, it's not Mal. It's not Mal. It's not Mal.
Not Mal.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna say Attack on Titan.
It's Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Brotherhood.
Tatakai!
Just for shits and gigs.
All right, so Lucas, you're saying Brotherhood for the shits and gigs. Vex and Cody, y'all are on AOT.
Shinzo Sasageo.
Yeah,
I don't think it's correct, but I think
bust
that's
out
the
that
answer.
rumbling, guys. Attack on Titan is number 1.
My Sagios! My Sagios!
I have homework for us, boys.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is number 2. So like literally,
I knew both of them were up there. I couldn't remember which one was which.
But like crazy enough, like initially I started this game with like to do it episode wise, like you know which one was the highest rated episode, but that got like too deep and too convoluted. Attack on Titan in the top 10 highest rated episodes has like 7.
Yeah,
it is insane.
Damn.
Like
it's
Attack
crazy.
on Titan just clears. And real quick, just to give you all the actual rundown of the top 10, since we're here now and we've done it. Attack on Titan number 1, FMAB number 2, One Piece is number 3, Hunter x Hunter is number 4.
Let's go!
Bleach 1000-Year Blood War is number 5.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Legend of the Galactic Heroes from 1988 to 97. I don't know anything about that one.
Pretty based, yeah.
Number 7 is Aikatsu Stars. It looks like a magical girl anime from 2016 to 2018. Don't know anything about it. That has multiple entries on this list as well. Death Note is number 8. Frieren is number 9. Cowboy Bebop is number 10.
What's number 100? Just indulge me real quick.
Yeah, no. So the tail end of this list is wild. Number 100 is UFO Robo Grendizer. It's from 1975. It's from 75 to 77, so it's an old ass one. The young prince of a planet flees his destroyed homeland aboard a UFO and then goes to Earth. Funny enough, 99 was Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
That's fucking hilarious.
I know. The fact that Abridged is sitting on here is just so crazy to me. Absolutely hilarious.
Y'all are sleeping on Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. That's just the truth.
That's what I took away from this, yeah.
Fun polls. Erased made it into the top 100. Legendary anime certainly deserves it. 83. Naruto being super high is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Naruto Shippuden was like 22. So pretty high up there, but nothing crazy.
Naruto Shippuden over OG is fucking... Nope. We're fine.
Yeah, but where's Boruto on that list?
Shut the fuck up.
It's kind of crazy that Vinland Saga was brought up in the second to last question of your little quiz here, Jacoby, because Yuki Mura also wrote a series called Planets, spelled Planetes, and that will be the 3-episode test for us this 2-week period. I have not watched the series at all, so this will be a first watch for me as well. I've heard a lot of good things. It has very high ratings in both MAL and on IMDb, surprisingly. To give a little bit of a synopsis, I have one pulled up. Give me one second.
Art looks really fun.
Yeah. The tagline is, in space, no one can hear them sweep. In the year 2075, space is filled by all kinds of debris. Disused satellites all the way along to pieces lost by ships or space stations. These debris, however small, are real dangers for spacecrafts and mortal threats to their passengers. A space debris collection agency is formed, but it's a money-losing venture for the corporations involved, leading to the agency being sidelined in both terms of budget and manpower. And we follow through this anime series a crew that mans a ship called the Toy Box that takes care of this space debris. So seems like it's going to be a very fun time. I don't know too much about the series. Like I said, this is going to be my first time watching it as well. Yeah, I'm excited to experience this with the boys.
Dude, I'm looking forward to this too. Like just looking at the art style, it looks really, really interesting. It's giving Studio Ghibli vibes, but like, I don't know, just obviously not Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, maybe a little bit darker.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm super excited though. I've heard about it before. I know Mel has mentioned in the chat once or twice, and I see them saying it's gas. So I'm stoked, and it's also going to be pretty fun that none of us have seen this before.
Yeah.
That's where I
like,
chose this over any of my other recommendations.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm excited. That's really honestly exciting. So I can't wait to talk about it next time with you all in another 2 weeks when we're back on the Straw Hat Lucas channel and vibing. I would really love to do a live watch through with the boys.
Yeah.
Especially
since none of us have seen it, we'll make sure to make that happen for y'all.
Yeah,
for sure. So stay tuned to Jacoby's Twitch, link in the description, where we'll be doing that, and he can post it for free on his Patreon, also link in the description. Cody and I are going to be reading Bocce this Thursday. If you're lonely on your Thanksgiving, then come join us. We'll be probably hitting chapter 100.
Yes.
I think we'll be getting caught up. I don't know if Cody's down to get that deep into it, but
Cody breathing deep.
We man, we're at one of I'm stammering. It's one of my favorite parts. Yeah,
it's gonna be good. I can't wait. And then yeah, I cannot wait. So catch us there Thursday on Cody's Twitch, link in the description. Lucas, you want to plug anything?
Yeah, of course. Go watch the most recent episode of Rambling Addiction. My series is finally back. We are going to be bi-weekly till the end of the year with that. So next episode will come out next Wednesday, and it will be on the 13th chairman election arc from Hunter x Hunter. So I can get ready to finish out that series review with a stream coming up here soon on the secession arc so far in the manga. So stay tuned for all of that. I will be posting updates in my posts, so make sure that you are subscribed. And yes, it's going to be very, very fun. Also got some good episodes coming up on Land of the Lustrous, One Piece, and some other series that I've been diving into a little bit. And maybe something that we saw in the 3-episode test called a little something called Bocce the Rock. Maybe. I don't know. I might be reviewing that soon too. But yeah, and then you can catch me and Cody again here in 2 weeks' time on Thursday to play D&D one more time, but with the Sakura Pirate crew. We are taking this week off because of the holidays. But yeah, that's it from me. Make sure you're over there tomorrow for Jacoby's stream with Campfire Cooking, catching Cody and Vex on their Kagurabachi, because enough time has passed. You need to be watching them over there on Cody's Twitch. All the links are in the description, guys. And with that, we will see you guys again next time. Oh, Cody, yes.
If you guys want to, chill out, hang out, in 2 days, in 1 hour and 42 minutes, Peso Pete will be dropping the biggest album he has dropped over his career, an amalgamation of every other EP and album he has dropped since his debut as an artist. It's a 27 track album, and I'm going to be reviewing the whole thing on stream before I leave for work that day. So if you want to hang out, chill out, catch a vibe, come hang out with me on stream in 2 days, November 28th.
Hell yeah.
28th. You'll hurry
Check that out.
Holy shit. Is that Thanksgiving?
That is Thanksgiving.
Shit. I'll do 2 streams.
Oh, wait, no, that's Friday. November 28th is Friday. Thanksgiving is Thursday.
Don't fuck me up, Lucas.
I did. You said, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, y'all have a wonderful. You do your sign off thing, Lucas. That you always do. You tell them a wonderful night.
Yeah, everyone out there. More importantly than anything I said, Vex said, Cody said, or Jacoby said, make sure that you have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Have a beautiful time.
Damn. View's still not the best.